All right, so you assholes went ahead last week and broke every damn rule of this podcast. Every single
This podcast has
rule.
no rules.
You discussed religion. You discussed politics. You discussed the return of our great Lord. No. And then you said that Moth got banned for saying the N-word. I want it on record that if I was going to say a racial slur, it would be way more creative than that. All right? If I was going to get removed from public spotlight, it would not be because I said such a silly little word. You know what I would say? You know what I would say, Mike?
Do tell, please.
I would say...
What?
If I was going to get removed from the podcast, that'd be the term that I would use. If I was going to say some racial slur that'd get me ruined for life.
Is that an Asian slur?
Urban Dictionary, first result. A derogatory name used in the days of Oh, no, you can't say that.
Oh!
Yeah! I'm down for this.
Cut that one.
All right, guys.
We are not down for the...
I'm down.
All right, so, this is nice because we've had 2 guests now, and we still can't find somebody who doesn't like dick to be on the podcast.
All right, that's rude. Okay, that is rude.
So we got.
He has nothing to say but that it's rude. He didn't even say it wasn't true.
It is rude. I won't deny it, but I mean, it's rude.
We're 10 episodes in, or 12, I think. We're on 12 now, right?
I believe
This
so.
is 11.
The
Is it
first
11?
10.
No.
No, it's 12.
It's 12.
It's 12.
Is it 12?
It's 12.
I'm going to look it up now. God damn it.
No, we're on 12.
Damn it,
But,
fucking
we're 12 episodes in, and the first 10 episodes, we had 3 bisexual guys. And then we had, for episode 11, it was 3 bisexual guys again, just no Moth. And now it's 4 bisexual guys. Though, with Sai's ASVAB score, I don't know if we should be calling him human.
You don't even know what my ASVAB score is.
He thought he was
Your
impressed
slurred
because he
speech
saw
says it
that
all,
when it
sir.
had 1 digit, he thought he made the top percentile.
Ha! Joke's on you, it was 86.
All right,
Welcome,
so,
Sai, to the
Jesus
podcast.
Christ.
So
Welcome to the We Hate Anime podcast, everybody. The only podcast that wants to kill itself twice a month.
I've never wanted
My name... I'm English Mike. Joining me as always is the Frog King,
That's me.
the Mothman,
That's him.
and our guest, Sai, the insane cleric.
I want to
No.
start this off by saying I have not wanted to kill myself more in the last 4 months. Let's go with 4 months. Then when
Impressive.
Hate here told me that I have to watch seasonal anime. Guess what? I did it. I watched the seasonal anime, and it felt like I was grinding my balls between 2 sandbelters.
You wanted to be on the podcast. This episode was seasonal. We made it work.
yeah, to be fair, that's exactly what we did.
No, it is. It is. It is. I'm not saying it's not partially my fault because I'm a retard, but
We don't...
timing is terrible.
Yes.
I don't know how.
It's like... were you like... I mean, we gave you plenty of advance notice to watch...
No. When I say timing is terrible, I just mean that I asked to be on the seasonal episode. That's all I mean.
This is great actually because we'll actually have some diversity this episode. Now
we had plenty last episode. This one's just a fucking room paler than white bread.
I'm not pale. I'm black. I am black, thank you. I am.
Oh my lord.
Oh no. Oh Jim. Oh no. So sorry, I'm a little bit out of it right now because I'm trying to find when I went completely batshit insane over an anime that we're going to discuss, and I just found it. Now we're going to introduce Sai. I don't think we did a good job introducing the other guy that I wasn't here for, so he's irrelevant. To introduce Sai, I'm going to ask Sai 2 questions. All right, Sai?
Go ahead.
And Mike Frog, you guys got to answer this, okay?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, I know what he's gonna ask. Fuck
So,
you.
You, as a human, staying a human, get isekai'd to Equestria, all right?
Of course.
You have
naturally.
You have to marry one of the ponies and start a family with that pony.
You cut the hell out throughout that whole thing.
No. You gotta find one of those. And the thing is, she ain't gonna be like Equestria girl humanified. You gotta be settling down with a horse.
I mean, we all know your answer.
Yeah, of course we all know my answer.
You're asking me which animal I'm gonna fuck.
Yes.
Well, no, they're ponies. Technically, they're not animals. They're sentient.
Yeah, they are capable of reasoning and consenting, so they pass the Harkness
Mike,
test.
most animals are sentient. The problem is that they are sapient.
No, not most animals are monkeys.
What
Monkeys
horse are you
monkeys.
fucking, Si?
Whatever.
Monkey.
I'm not
Most
arguing.
animals aren't sapiens. Only the genus sapien is sapient.
No.
Monkey.
I'm going to stomp your throat in, Moth.
All right,
That's not what I said.
Sai, answer the question.
What's the cowgirl? I can't
You gotta
remember
go
her
Rainbow
name.
Dash, right?
Wait. Applejack?
Applejack. That's it.
All right, so Sai's
valid.
Applejack. All right,
You
Frog,
gotta go
you're
Rainbow. You gotta go Rainbow Dash. You're
Wait.
kidding yourself if you're picking anyone else.
Rainbow Dash. She's just too
All
high
right,
energy,
Frog-
man. Her
Frog-
like
That's-
Piggy
yeah.
Pie.
Do you know
Frog
me?
wants his dick broken by a horse.
Oh, Piggy Pie's a good choice.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Mike?
It's hard. What's the name of the princess? Not the princess, but the queen.
Lunestra.
That's going way
Yeah,
too
let's
high
go
up.
with
You
her.
gotta lower your standards a bit, buddy.
Hey, I get to choose who I get to fuck. I'm going royalty,
Mike,
dude.
you work at a quality tune. You ain't exactly king material here.
Hey.
I mean, at most, you could be like a royal concubine because you're good with a lube job, but
It's ugly bastard time.
Exactly. It is ugly bastard season, and I'm gonna fucking white that queen.
all right, well, I'm actually impressed that all of you guys managed to come up with a different pony. I'm actually I'm mind blown. So we got Rainbow
I watched
Dash,
like 5 episodes of that one time.
Queen
when I was, like,
Lunestra,
little, so.
and Applejack. All right, that's good. So now we all know Sai. Sai is a simple farm boy who likes simple things in life, like apple and racism.
Oh, I
Jack.
love racism. It's my favorite.
All right.
I'm feeling the hives, boys.
All right, so now we got it. Sai, I don't know if you've been following this. I'm gonna direct conversations to you so I can get your input here.
All right.
Kanye West.
You sound really upset about that, Mike.
Yeah,
Hey,
like
I'm going to preface.
I don't-
Before you even ask the question, what was the last thing I said before you asked that question?
you like racism,
There you go. That's my answer.
but like that's the thing with Kanye West. Like he's a diverse human being. I mean, a lot of people call him like an Uncle Tom and whatnot. Are you on that boat, or do you think he's actually like a revolutionary rapper? Do you think he's a phenomenal producer? Do you think he just married a hot wife? Like, what do you think, Sai?
I think he's full of it. He sucks his own dick in recording and makes subpar music half the time. I don't listen to a lot.
I want you.
Oh, go ahead.
I want you to do me a favor. I just want you to pull up, like, type in SoundCloud rapper into Bing and just go to page 14
Oh,
and
no.
pull up whoever comes up then and compare them to Kanye West.
Oh, I'm sure that he's better than them because, it's easy to be better than people who think they know what they're doing. At least he somewhat knows what he's doing. He's made money.
Okay, so you've given him credibility. You've said that at least he's capable and functional. Okay. All right,
I mean, so is Sai. That doesn't mean, like, he's got all that much going on.
that's true, but, also Sai didn't marry Kim Kardashian, so,
You got a
just
point.
saying.
That is both a negative and a positive.
I
also true.
didn't decide to fuck plastic. You're right.
So,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. I'm not even going to validate that one. But, like, did you guys see when H3H3 did that, like, huge reaction video where, like, TMZ interviewed Kanye West?
Oh, jeez. I remember that fucking interview. It was great.
Well, my favorite part of that interview is they asked, like, with the kids in the room, they asked Kim, they're like, what made you decide that like, Kanye was the one? She's like, I just saw him at a show one day, and after the post-show, like, he was talking, I was like, this is a guy who's got a lot going on. There's a lot of complexity there. And they asked him, they're like, Kanye, at what point did you realize Kim was the one? He's like, I'll be real with you. I was at a concert, and her and Paris Hilton came up to me, and I realized I wanted to smash her more. And it was just like, oh boy. And like his wife just kind of smiles, and I'm like, I don't know if he's going to suffer for this later, or... Oh man, and
That's
he's like...
par for the course for that kind
Yeah,
of.
but he's like teaching his daughter how to walk on the bed while that's happening, and I'm just like, jeez. Okay.
Kanye's a simple man, and
Funny
I didn't
poopity
like
scoopity doopity.
Kanye before he became a Christian rapper. I just don't care for the man.
You got to realize, like on a musical level, he is. I would consider him the king of sampling, and sampling actually has a lot of. This is like Frog's like, oh, I'm always the music boy. I know music. Frog, you don't know shit about rap. You're gonna let the white guy talk now, okay?
I want to say one thing. I do think that his best works, and this is an actual compliment on my part, because the most songs he does with it's collaborating or sampling are usually actually pretty good. For example, I don't like Kanye, but I will listen to his, I don't know even know what the fuck to call it, but the version where he did with Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. Because it sounds
Daft Punk.
Yeah.
That was Kanye. That was Graduation.
That was
I thought
him.
that was Chris Brown. Am I dumb?
Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
you're dumb.
Cool,
No.
thanks.
Me Frog, me know music, me not know it's Kanye. Thanks.
I don't know every song.
Chris Brown can't sync beats with Daft Punk. He can only beat Rihanna.
Is it too late to redo the intro?
We beaten women today, guys.
So
Gamer.
a big thing is rap actually started, at least West Coast rap, really started with sampling. Dr. Dre actually talks a lot about it, like when he was getting big with LL Cool J. Or I don't want to say LL Cool J, jeez. I don't remember anybody from NWA anymore.
Coolio? I don't fucking know.
Well, dude, I'm not going to embarrass myself further when I'm actually pretending to know about something. But they actually talk, like, a lot of it was just sampling other tracks. And I think a lot of Kanye's music goes back to when it was just sampling tracks and using that for, like, your chorus line or something. And,
Yes, Vanilla Ice, the king of sampling.
You mean the king of straight up stealing until a 6'8" man comes in and hangs you off a balcony?
No. That was different. You know, he goes dun 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 dun, and they got that ting. It's got that ting. It's
Oh
different.
yeah, because he's got that da 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 dun dun instead of just da 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 dun dun. Yeah, no, that's
different song,
that's a
man,
little bit of
different
flair
song.
right there. No,
To be
the
fair,
reason-
I learned about that song from Queen after I listened to that Vanilla Ice song, and I thought it was like really good. So
Okay, so the reason we bring up Kanye West is he's making waves in areas Kanye doesn't generally make waves. And that's really weird considering Kanye pretty much makes waves everywhere, every day of the week. Recently, Kanye, I guess he was working on a previous album, and they'd even taken pre-orders for it. And then he just cancels the album out of nowhere and is like, nah, I'm doing Chick-fil-A the album now. And I'm not even kidding, because one of the songs is literally called Closed on Sunday.
The album is called Jesus is King.
Right, and that's fine. That's totally fine. Like, there's a lot of Christian albums with that as the title. But the song's chorus, and I kid you not, is Closed on Sunday, You're My Chick-fil-A.
no,
That's
wait,
where that meme's from.
is that really like
That
a
is
thing?
that is really the chorus line of this song.
Oh,
Wait. That has layers to it, man. Is he saying that she's chaste and, like, her legs are closed? Or is, like, it's closed, so I'm fucking you? What's
No.
it saying?
The whole point of the song is, like, Sunday should be reserved from getting away from our physical distractions. He actually says, like, put the tweet down, put the gram away. You know, the Instagram. And also the gram of cocaine he had to snort to write this song. Because, like, I'm going to be honest with you. This album, it's getting about a 5 on Metacritic. You know, it's like, it's kind of getting like a lukewarm reception. Like, a lot of people who want to love Kanye are not giving it high. And the reason being is I feel like a lot of the songs sound samey. It sounds very much like an EP. It should have been sold for $6, not $10. A lot of the songs are kind of samey, especially the last two they blur together for me. It's got some good music. It's got some good things. But in reality, it just feels like an experimental EP Kanye really wanted to do on his free time. And,
Except if you listen to him now, he's decided that this is the direction his career is going.
which I'm actually okay with. If he can pull out an album the length of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy with the same level of emotion and whatnot, and pull that and make it good, great. But this really sounds like an EP for him trying a new genre. It's like if I was doing Nightcore and I decided, wait, I might actually want to make my own music instead of just cranking the beat by 1.5. Like, you know, my first EP probably wouldn't be that good.
Brave of you to think that they crank it by less than 1.5.
Nightcore is just... That's how I learned about a song called Angel with a Shotgun.
That's pathetic. I hate you.
So yeah, I wanted to talk Kanye because apparently he's just entering realms that you don't expect Kanye to go into because like Kanye just goes nuts. And,
He likes to go poopity scoop on occasion, yeah.
I expect in 2 years Kanye West and Netflix will team up to make an anime.
Oh no!
Like
Don't say
Yokio,
that.
but again.
Don't say
Because
that.
now we have Asian Jackie
No.
Chan Adventures with Jackie Chan.
I thought it was like
We
Hispanic
have
Jackie Chan Adventures.
Mexican Jackie Chan Adventures, Hispanic Jackie Chan Adventures, featuring Black Dynamite, known as Los Menos.
Super racist Black Dynamite.
Yeah, the whole show is a caricature, but we'll talk about that later. And now, we thought we already had Afro Samurai. We thought we already had Black Jackie Chan Adventures. No. Kanye West. And he's going to have his kids in it, too, and they're going to be cyborgs.
And it's going to be the story of his life.
Like, Northwest, that child's brain is going to be put in a dog for the anime, and he's going to be like a computer hacking dog. And like Kim K is going to be doing like honeypot espionage work. Trust me, it's coming, man. You don't think it's coming, but 2 years from now,
Can't wait.
Netflix,
I don't want
Kanye
to live in
Chan
that
Adventures.
future.
Kanye's gonna like feature on the next season of Neo
Kanye
Yokio,
Chan.
and just gonna have a spin-off series all about his fucking Robo Dog.
Oh no! Please stop. Just
No, it'll be great.
stop.
Kanye Chan. I don't want to. I
Kanye
want to
Chan
put that out there.
Adventures.
That's what he
Kanye
just
Quest.
fucking said. I hate my life. What is this I'm doing to myself?
How did I forget?
It's torture.
I forgot Neo Yokio was a thing, and you guys just. I was
fun.
I was blissful. I forgot. And then
Wait.
Could have fooled me.
So I told you my opinion of Neo Yokio, right?
I don't think so.
No. Neo Yokio, in my opinion, is Jaden Smith is 100% serious the entire time, and everyone else is just acting around him.
Yeah.
I don't think Jaden Smith realizes it's a joke. Like, I think everybody around Jaden Smith has created a Truman Show around Jaden Smith so they can have an anime. And that's what Neo Yokio was.
I remember you saying this.
It's...
Was it on Discord? Yeah.
I've not watched
Yes.
it, but I can see that happening.
Yeah, no, it's a Truman Show for Will Smith's child who realizes he's only famous because his dad was a semi-successful rapper.
It's like if someone took Eric Andre and made it into a narrative.
Speaking of Eric Andre, actually, and here's the thing: I've never watched the Andre show, but he's in Disenchantment.
Is he?
I want to talk about that real quick. Yeah, he's
He
Lucy.
plays the imp.
Yeah.
That's who's the. Oh shit! That explains a lot.
Okay, so who here has seen the first season of Disenchantment?
I watched it when it came
Nada.
out. I watched it when it came
Okay.
out.
Instead of watching it, I just watched Futurama again.
Okay, instead of watching Disenchantment, just go on like college girls' Twitter and Instagram accounts and watch. I don't know like how these websites function. I'll admit, but like watch them at college parties and just do that for about 5 hours. And that's the entire plot of the first season. The first season was trash. It was just this useless girl doing a ton of drugs while her father grumbled angrily on his throne.
It had great jokes.
We're doing this
didn't.
thing with like
It
a bunch
was
of time
just-
now, where I don't know what you're talking about, but I want to say you're wrong. Like the same phenomenon.
No, he's right.
No.
He is right. The plot was just garbage. It was.
Yeah, it was just Bean doing drugs.
It was-
The main lead cast member, Bean, the girl,
It
Tara
was.
Beanish.
It was an episodic series that hinted at a plot, and then you get to the last episode. Yeah, the last fucking episode, and they released this huge, like, overarching thing, and it's not even well done. The jokes are okay, but there is so many issues with this show. Like the timing for a lot of jokes were bad, but they were well written.
Okay, now have you seen the second season at all, though, Sai?
Not yet.
Okay, the second season is just Monster Girl Quest with a fat ugly bastard taking the helm.
That actually sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Her father is smashing so much puss now, it's not even funny.
What the
and none of
fuck?
it's human.
Whoa!
Like, they actually make a joke about it during one of the episodes when you find out that he's been screwing a bear woman. His daughter looks at him and is like, so wizards, lizards, and now bear people? Are you building an army? So it's just... Disenchantment Season 2, like, don't even watch the first season, because the first season is just bad. Watch the recap Netflix does at the beginning of the episode.
It does a
And
recap.
just go to Season 2.
I mean, they did it. The first season did good by doing the imp subplot.
No, Elfo was an inconsistent character. In season 2, he has much more character development. They're accelerating what's happening to Morty in Rick and Morty with him. He's going from this naive, lovable character to he's just emotionally dead and murders people without even blinking.
Not Elfo. I'm talking about the Imp. The Imp was the
No. But Lucy is becoming human. He's actually lost his immortality, so he's becoming very much like a more human character, and he's having a harder time being evil.
That sounds amazing, actually.
Her father is learning to be happy and let other people be happy, and is reflecting positively on the kingdom, and Bean is still a useless girl.
Fantastic. She doesn't need to improve.
No, she doesn't. But, their mother, Una, is now a pirate queen.
See that
The
coming?
fish woman from the first season is now a pirate queen.
I don't like that, but
I like it a lot. But, yeah,
That's because you want to fuck pirates.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say it's probably because you want to fuck it.
Well, I mean, Una was gorgeous. Even me and my wife were talking about, like, Una's been the most attractive thing Matt Groening's ever drawn.
That's a low bar.
That is a very low bar. I mean, Leela was always hot. I mean,
Yeah, that's the only other one.
Well, Amy was alright. Amy Wong.
Una is not attractive at all. I don't see what you're talking about.
Una is gorgeous. Here, I'm gonna pull it up in
She
the
looks
chat
like
real
a-
quick.
She looks
Listen, Sai. Listen, Sai. If you want to be on this podcast, you need to accept the fact that we fuck anime.
No, you don't understand.
And yes, Western cartoons is Western
that's
cartoons,
fine.
but it's
there's
count.
nothing attractive about her because she looks like a reject Conehead.
They all kind of look like reject Coneheads, though.
But
like,
her head is literally what looks like it looks like Matt Groening saw. No, not even just her head. Matt Groening saw a bowling pin and went, "Yeah, I want to draw that as a person."
I'm not feeling it. Nah, here, I'm pulling up a picture in the chat. She just looks like a fishy
please.
Morticia Adams.
I mean, that sounds
Did you say
great.
Did you say a fleshy Morticia Adams?
Fishy.
Oh.
With a fish.
Okay.
Like unfish.
Yes. So that's Queen Una right there.
Okay, I do see the cone head thing going on
Okay,
here.
but it's not the end of the world. Like,
It's the end of the world.
I see it. Nah.
What the fuck is that hair? Is that fucking hair or is that a
no,
hood?
her hair goes like literally all the way down to like it drags across the floor for about 2 feet.
What the fuck's up with this fishy ass conehead bitch?
See,
I like the little guys holding the guy's cape. That's fun.
Mike gets it. The best part with the king though is he's played by that. If you guys ever watch Futurama, he's not a main character, but he's the voice actor that did every like angry New Yorker in that show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, the king is absolutely the best character in the show, like hands
He
down.
looks like he's voiced by the guy who did Bender.
Yeah.
Nope,
No,
nope.
it's not John DiMaggio, but
Yeah.
it just
John DiMaggio, who goes from doing Bender to doing an adorable dog for 9 seasons of a show.
Yeah.
poor John DiMaggio.
Yeah,
John DiMaggio is a fucking king.
yeah, no, he is. But honestly, season 2 of Disenchantment is everything season 1 should have been. Elfo has gone from being a naive little like child to this character that's like slowly becoming a cold-hearted killer. All the characters are developing. It's really good. I really recommend anybody who didn't like season 1 to come into season 2, because it's pretty much the opposite of what The Simpsons did. By the time Simpsons were in season 14, they were trash. But like, this is as if at season 14 The Simpsons suddenly got good, but it's season 2 instead of season 1.
I have one solid question. It's something that like pissed me off when I was watching the first season because it constantly detracted from the quality of the series. So something about the sound quality of the first season was off. Like none of the sounds ever connected with what was happening on screen.
There are a couple of desyncs. I noticed it a lot during the bear episode. There was a couple of desyncs where her mouth started moving, and then like she was on the left of the screen, and on the right of the screen, my surround sound audio picked up her voice, and I was like, "What?"
It wasn't just the desyncs though. A lot of the sound effects came out flat or just.
Oh no! The sound effects are good. It's just weird desyncs. There's a couple this season.
Yeah, that's weird. All right.
Okay. So yeah, just wanted to bring that up there because I really cannot recommend the second season of Disenchantment enough. It's like the only thing Netflix has put out this month that hasn't made me physically violent.
That's most of their content.
Well, like they did
Yeah.
this show, it's called like 2-sentence horror stories, and it's like I've always kind of been of the opinion that you can recuperate something. Like if a script is bad, the actors can make up for a bad script. See Joker. Like if the acting is bad, the script can make up for it. See The Sixth Sense. Like, there are situations where you can do one and the other. But when the script is bad and the acting is bad, but because they're naive, like, they didn't quite seem like millennials, they seemed like Frog's generation, Gen Zers, that are, like, naive and believe they're doing their best, it just sucks.
I can't imagine, like, the name is the premise and it sounds terrible.
2-sentence horror stories?
To me, that should just be every episode is a minute long, or no, 30 seconds long, as a character steps in the screen with a black background, says it, waits for a pause, and then leaves, and the fucking credits go. Because that's like, it's so dumb.
Well, it's like, honestly, when I heard that, I imagined, gosh dang it, who did the voice for, Jonathan Frakes? When Jonathan Frakes did that show that wasn't Star Trek, Mysterious Mysteries. Like, 2-sentence horror story should just be Jonathan Frakes, like, walks up on the camera. Have you ever stared at a doll, and the doll looked back at you? And then that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Like,
I absolutely love Mysterious Mysteries. It's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah, I really liked Mysterious Mysteries of the Mystics.
Wasn't there like a thing about that on Invader Zim, or am I crazy?
No, Invader Zim was making fun of unsolved mysteries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every episode of Unsolved Mysteries is on Amazon Prime, which is really weird because that show is dated as shit.
Well, it was actually Men in Black made fun of it. That's how bad it was. And yeah, you're right. Every season of Unsolved Mysteries is on Amazon Prime Video. I only know that because I found it the other day while I was looking for Mothman documentaries.
Frog, because I realize you are a baby, so you don't know what this is. Unsolved Mysteries was a show where every single episode they would have like 4 reenactments of mysteries, and some of them would be like, "Oh, this woman went missing a month ago. This is real, and this is what we think happened. Can you please call us and give us details?" Which is kind of fucked up if you think about it. But then occasionally be like, what would happen if a werewolf? And it's like, what is this fucking show? What's the tone
remember
here?
this show. Oh.
I don't think I've ever seen that, no.
It's amazing. I love it. And an old man, like the setting is this old man and he's inside of what people would assume like a police like dispatch center would be.
Or like
it's fucking
an evidence
wild.
room? Like I could have sworn it was like an evidence room.
I remember there being a big old fucking screen and there's operators like making calls in the background.
Probably then. I'm getting Mandela effect here hard because there were so many of those in the 80s.
A lot of shows did that though. Like even fucking Deadliest Word did something like that at the end. That's what caused the fucking show to fall apart.
Oh yeah, Deadliest Warrior didn't they do like an entire episode dedicated to like Spetsnaz versus Navy SEALs?
Yeah, that's one thing.
yeah.
But then they did the final episode to ever come out, which is what fucking made this show crash into the side of the mountain. Zombies versus vampires.
Damn.
It was a Halloween special.
I remember that episode.
Damn.
It was a Halloween special, and they tried to pull up. I don't even know what their like source of information was on these monsters. But they even
it was just a prequel to Death Battles.
It was not good. It wasn't good. I'm sorry it happened.
Were you involved?
Like, were you the reason they decided that?
Yeah, he was in there. Like, actually, he was part of the Bureau of Directors who put that out directly. Yeah.
We can't make it work, guys. Fucking quit. I'm fucking going into the background now. No one's gonna know my name. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Well, we do have some meat and potatoes to talk about, but before we get into the core of this season, the reason we brought Sai on, I do have a question for you guys. And I can ask this question because I'm not a dumb piece of shit who made a grand political statement on the last episode of the podcast.
Hey, there's no... The Hong Kong issue is bipartisan. It's
still political.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but... because I didn't make those statements, I'm now playing Call of Duty guilt-free, while you guys, like, may not get that chance. Like, you're gonna be hypocrites.
What?
But, so here's my question. What was the best Call of Duty you guys played, and what was probably the first Call of Duty you guys played?
I played none of them, and that was really fun.
Okay, so Frog will be quiet for the next 5 minutes. Hey,
I've already been quiet for like 15.
I played one of the old PS2 ones that I can't remember the name of.
That was probably the first Call of Duty, actually.
Probably. But the best one is Modern Warfare 2.
That's objectively wrong, but you can have that opinion. Sai, go ahead.
You're often wrong. So
the first I ever played was Medal of Honor Rising Sun. And the best... and the best is Medal of Honor Rising Sun. Not just any Medal of Honor Rising Sun. Medal of Honor Rising Sun on the GameCube.
You know that was supposed to have online multiplayer, right?
Yeah, I know it did. I know it was supposed to. I saw it in the game, and I was like, "Wow, that seems pretty cool." But it was before I had internet, so I never even tested it.
Okay, so reason I asked that, just so you guys know, I started when the Xbox 360 had COD 2 as a launch title. That was my first one. And it was just because I honestly didn't play console gaming at all in my life, and my friends dragged me at gunpoint into Xbox 360 gaming. But Modern Warfare is probably my favorite, the first Modern Warfare. Black Ops was okay, but Modern Warfare is probably my favorite because of how much it created for the Call of Duty genre. It literally
Wait,
every
did you say the Call of Duty genre?
It's its own genre. It's 100%
it really is. Do you know how many copycats came out? Like Medal of Honor tried to ride the Call of Duty.
It
train.
did with what was the one that took place in Afghanistan?
It was it was Medal of Honor, and then it was just called Special Forces or something.
Yeah, some stupid shit.
I agree with you that they were trying to copy Call of Duty steez, but Call of Duty is just a very good first-person shooter. It's
no, it really is its own genre.
In the same way that Doom and Halo revolutionized the first-person shooting genre, this also really, really did do that. So I decided, having not picked up a Call of Duty game in decades, I decided to pick up the newest Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And now Call of Duty's not my genre of game at all, by the way. When I play first-person shooters, I'm all about Arena, Halo, Quake. I'm unstoppable at shooters where you don't have to be accurate, you just have to shoot at their feet and they'll die as long as you have more health than them. I was bomb at Halo PC. I suck at Call of Duty. And I have found in this new Call of Duty that I still suck. It feels very, very nostalgic to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I feel that the weapons have been way more fine-tuned, that every weapon tries really hard to find a place in the game. And because of that, there's only 5 to 6 guns per, option. Whereas, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, there were 20 assault rifles. And 3 of them were completely useless. If you played them competitively, you were an idiot. The M16 being one of them. And I feel like it's a lot of fun. It's a good game. Anybody who's hesitant to come back to Call of Duty really should play it. No, it's a good Call of Duty.
I think everyone instead should just download Destiny because it's free now.
I was gonna do that, but it's 80 gigabytes is the thing.
No, here's my issue with Destiny, and I can actually say this. I played Destiny when it first came out, and then I didn't touch it for 2 years, and my buddy got me back into it, I want to say 6 months ago or so. Or not 6 months ago, 2 months ago. And I jumped in, and there was so much to do, and so much that was locked off from me, even with all the expansion packs. Apparently having the expansion packs didn't mean a damn thing, because I didn't have the year passes. Yeah. So I paid $60 when this game came out. I'd paid $40 for the expansion pass. And then they told me, they kept nagging me, hey, you have to pay $30 to enjoy this game. And I'm like...
Okay.
What?
To explain this real quick. So, the way it is now, it's... The season pass thing is a limited time thing where you get limited content for a certain amount of time. From what I understand, you don't actually have to buy the season pass. You get that shit for free anyways. Now, anyways. It used to be, a month or two ago, it was you had to buy the season pass, and then you could play the content. Now you can just buy the expansions, and usually the expansions come with the season pass. However, that's right now. I don't think that's anymore. Moth is right though. There was a moment where it was like that, and it was really shitty. I think that was still when they were still trying to fight off Activision and their bullshit.
Yeah, well, it was probably 3 months ago when it was the last time I tried, and I was like, all right, I'm not dealing with this at all, which is sad because I like Destiny on theory, on paper. It's the closest thing to Halo I'm going to get, but I do not like
Well, Halo
this
Infinite's
at all.
coming out at some point, right?
Halo Infinite and Master Chief Collection on PC. All you scrubs better fucking play Reach with me. I will dominate your ass in SWAT.
You
I've never
will
played a
not
Halo
dominate
game
my
before,
ass
actually.
at Reach.
I'm probably gonna get NFC though, so I can play.
I think it's cute that you think you're gonna dominate my ass at Reach, but you ain't gonna dominate my ass at Reach.
I think it's cute that both of you don't know that I was a fucking Halo Reach fucking champ. That was my game, boy.
Were you really? Like, I want to hear this.
Yeah, I used to
I never
play
played
Halo
it.
Reach all the
I
time.
remember I played Halo 3 when that mod came out for like PC, and then then it got taken down, but I didn't like it very much.
Okay, we gotta clarify one thing here. So Halo PC, okay? That game used to have a ranking system, and you'd actually have to log into the ranking system to play it. And it was called Clan Wars because it was the same thing with Counter-Strike at the time. Counter-Strike didn't really have anything. Like, I was actually ranked very, very highly in that. So I'm not, like, bullshitting when I say I will slap anybody around at Halo. Like, so you guys you talk big game. When this shit comes out, we're all getting on PC.
Why
we're
are
all
Mom and
playing
Dad
it,
fighting so
and then
much?
we are
I'm
recording
sorry.
an episode of this podcast called the Let's Apologize to Moth episode.
No, I'm not going to apologize to you.
I'm gonna beat your
I don't
ass.
think anyone... No one will ever admit that you're right.
No,
it will just...
I've admitted...
we'll just ignore that it ever
I've
happened.
admitted Moth is right. I just don't apologize.
No, I can't wait for the Master Chief Collection to come out. Halo Reach has the best multiplayer. No one can argue.
I'm pretty good at shooters in general, but I don't know how that one plays very
Let me-
well. So.
alright.
I would say Halo Reach was the apex of Halo multiplayer, and if they could get Blood Gulch and Sidewinder and Lockout, it would have been the best, but they didn't.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something controversial here. I think that mechanically, I think Halo 4 was better for multiplayer, but it didn't have really good custom game making, nor actual like accessibility to playing other game modes. It was rather locked because they're trying to get more like competitive with their shit, which was a terrible idea with a game that didn't have Bungie touching it.
Yeah, no, I
Halo 4 was... I think Halo 4 is actually really good. I know a lot of people shit on it, but I like it.
I agree. I think
the biggest... No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that the weapons were the most balanced at the time for a while, and it hadn't been like that since Halo 2, I would say.
I would say my issue with Halo 4, if I recall, you could choose your loadouts, and I only played it for like a week before I said screw this. You could actually choose your loadouts going into the fight, and not the same way in Halo Reach where you could choose kind of like what special you wanted.
Yes.
It was literally you could choose your guns.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's retarded.
But
like,
they still have...
I don't even care if that's a word I'm not supposed to use. That's actually retarded.
I say that all the time here anyway.
Because Halo was the arena shooter. Call of Duty was the loadout shooter. And the whole point of Halo was map control.
Moth, I understand, and I hated 4 at first for a while because of that, because it still has some of the arena aspects, but that is something I miss. That's why I think it's not better than Halo Reach.
Another thing I do want to say, 4's big thing was it had too many big maps.
Oh yeah, where the maps were literally battlefield sized?
Yeah.
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 But it only had like a 36 player.
Now, as long as we can all agree that Halo 2 is absolute garbage, we can move on.
Oh wow, Moth is saying wrong things again. That's okay.
It's his job on the podcast.
Halo 2 had the worst multiplayer out of the entire series, and it's because they didn't quite know how to handle dual wielding.
You are literally the only person I've ever met to say that.
No, Halo 2
dual
was
wielding in that game?
objectively
That sounds
the
sick.
worst. And maybe because I had to take away my keyboard and mouse and pick up a controller and play with my friends with a damn controller instead of a keyboard and mouse, maybe that's why I hated Halo 2 so much. And by the time Halo 3 had rolled around, I was already bitter and angry about using a keyboard or a controller, and so I accepted it. But Halo 2 had the worst gunplay.
Frog, when the Master Chief Collection comes out, I want to play these games with you. And,
I don't know. I don't know how much it's going to be. But
You want to know why? Because they took my two favorite guns. They took the assault rifle, and they took the pistol, and they fused it into this stupid-ass abomination, and then everybody played SWAT mode, and it basically became Headshot Simulator.
We haven't talked about
Completely
anime
devoiding
in,
Halo
like,
of
40
everything
minutes.
it's in.
Frog, one last thing. I'm in Frog's boat here. I want to talk about anime as well, but I do want to say, Frog, it shouldn't be more than $40. I don't think.
Yeah,
okay, well,
it's
I might pick it up then. I got to pick up the new Doom game though, and that's going to be pretty expensive.
I'm not going to pick it up at all.
You should. Frog, please don't buy Doom.
I'm buying Doom.
Suck my dick. I'm playing Doom.
No. torrent Doom.
No.
Like, fucking
No,
get it.
you guys just endorsed Modern Warfare. I'm buying Doom.
No, Moth endorsed Modern
Why
Warfare.
the fuck did you
and I
guys
say go
endorse
fuck
Modern
himself.
Warfare? Don't you know what China's doing to Hong Kong?
Shut the fuck
Oh.
up, Moth. Shut the fuck up.
All right.
Just because
We talked
Bethesda's
about-
being a piece of garbage doesn't mean I'm not going to support id Software, okay?
I'm supporting
Okay,
my
but
boys. id.
Who owns them?
Id-
Just like I'm going to
I don't
support
care.
Blizzard
If they don't
and buy
get sales, then like I'm going to buy the game.
Not to
Like,
mention, id will go down and drain, and also Bethesda still sees those sales and knows that's not their fucking product.
yeah, exactly.
It's not theirs, and they
No,
know it.
dude, you can't say they don't know that
They literally
that's
know
their product.
where the money came from.
In E3, they fucking came out and said shit like, "Oh man, can you believe that we like made the first person genre?" And it's like, no, id Software did, you fucking cunts. Like, no, they don't care. They
id
own
Software
it.
didn't make the first person genre.
They basically
They
did.
really did.
No, there was already a game on the NES called SWAT that defined the first person
Fuck,
genre.
it did not.
I'm gonna swat Moth. That's what I'm gonna do.
Seasonal
Both with the fly
anime.
swatter and with the police.
Seasonal anime.
All right,
okay.
let me get the gun.
All right.
Now I can talk, guys. This is going to be great. I can't wait.
All right, so I'm gonna have everybody list their top 3 anime of the season.
No. We gotta save that for the last.
No. We do the bottom 3 last,
Okay.
and then we talk about the absolute worst anime of the season after that.
We're probably all going to disagree on that. I
About
bet.
all the shows.
No. The forbidden anime, I'm not allowing any of us to talk about until we get to the bottom of the
I
list.
don't know which one's
What
the
is
forbidden
that?
anime.
What is the forbidden anime? Is it Ascendance?
Look, I'm messaging the chat. Just don't bring up that anime, okay?
I think I got it. I think I guessed it.
Okay,
Yeah, he
fucking
doesn't have that channel.
everything.
That's okay, whatever.
Oh, wait.
Good
I'll
job.
post it then in the other chat.
I'm
We'll-
not good enough to be considered a part of the group. I get it. Yeah.
No, I just
There.
Yeah, I mean, we were obviously gonna let you go on your own little war page with that because, like,
No, I think I'm gonna join him. I think I am. I was not there. Out of all the
not
anime,
like-
out of all the anime this season, I have not been as violently angry watching.
We'll get to it.
fuck it. Let's just break the fucking ice and talk about it then. Like, let's just do it.
Okay, all right, fine. We're going to talk about it. Sorry, everybody. The finale of the season finale episode is going to come out in the middle. I apologize. So, the worst anime of the season is the Isekai of a Bookworm. The absolute
That's what it's called. That's the title.
worst anime of the season is called Isekai of Bookworms.
Ascendance of a Bookworm is so violently, insultingly bad.
All right. Go ahead. I'll let you start, Sai.
I'm gonna preface this by saying any anime I talk about this season, I have watched exactly one episode of. I am not talking about later content. None of that.
Okay.
I refuse to watch more for most of these. And Ascendance of the Bookworm is an anime. It is one of 2 anime. One of 2 in all of the anime I've ever watched that I've watched one episode of and went, man, I will never fucking watch this again. Ever. You can't pay me to do it.
I will say, before we go any further, this season has been really strange in and of the fact that the first episode of every anime I've seen so far has been consistent with the rest of the anime. Like, a lot of times they'll do a bait and switch. This season, everything has been exactly from the first season to the second episode to the third.
That's
Probably.
Ascendance
Like,
of
I'm
the
caught
Bookworm.
up on a lot of stuff, and you're not even wrong.
Yeah, so Ascendance of the Bookworm. I honestly want to say the main reason this is bad comes down to the animation budget, which I'm pretty sure was just a coupon
What?
book to
No.
Wendy's where you still have to buy one of the items.
Wasn't that bad?
The animation was one of the better animations of the season.
It was fine.
Ascendance
What?
of a Book... Okay, you guys are messing with
It was
me.
passable.
Yes,
It wasn't,
I'm with
like,
Moth here. That show looks like hot ass.
No, okay,
fine.
all right, let's start. I actually had to pull up the list. All right, so the beginning of the episode starts. The first episode, the very beginning starts. Oh,
Okay.
Holy shit. No, my wife just destroyed my microwave.
Oh.
What? My
What?
wife just sent me a picture of the microwave, and there's just Chef Boyardee all over the sides of the
Did
microwave.
she microwave it in the can?
She microwaved Chef Boyardee and didn't put a bowl lid on it.
Oh.
And the microwave now just looks like a murder scene.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I actually got caught on my train of thought because my wife just blew up my microwave.
A sentence of the bookworm bad.
Yeah, okay. The first episode starts. A grown-ass man is looking at a little girl, and the little girl looks at the grown-ass man, and then it cuts back to the grown-ass man, and he's suddenly holding a tiara. Like, he didn't pick up the tiara, they didn't animate anything, they just drew a hand on top of the cell of him holding a tiara. And then he puts the tiara on the girl's head, and it like, Photoshop shrinks around her head.
It does look really bad.
That was real. And then it's like, okay, let's see what your life is like. And then they did a South Park season 1 paper mache sideshow of how she was murdered by books. Books fell on her and killed her.
That segment looked good.
It didn't. It looked stylized, but it didn't look good.
Yeah, it looked good.
Okay, no, it doesn't. There's a difference between looking good and looking stylized.
I gotta go with Mike here. Monkey Brain saw pretty color. Pretty color make Monkey Brain happy.
Yeah, I like the colors.
Yeah. It's that simple.
I didn't think the show was animated that bad. Because here's the thing, it didn't try to do anything crazy, so it didn't really have to be, like, insane. I don't know, it didn't feel that bad.
Moth is using animated as a shorthand for just the production was really bad.
I mean,
the production was
really bad.
It was fine.
The animation...
Everything.
There was a scene, and
it's
I
like
know
dead
Moth wants
average,
to go off on it. There's a scene where she's like, I'm too small to reach the door. And then someone opens it.
That fucking
and then suddenly she's the same height as the door.
She's the same size.
I talked about this.
It's fucking wild.
I talked about that when I saw that episode. I was so mad because
it was the most. It was the worst thing I'd ever seen. Is she was like, I'm too short for this door, and she spends 5 whole minutes trying to get through the damn door, only for her to get through the door and then suddenly be the same size as the doorknob.
It's so irritating. Like, fuck. And, like, then there's shit I don't like about the fucking show. Like, this is a fantasy-ass setting, and this little girl's like, man, I want to do nothing but read.
Yeah, right? Like, like a human...
No, not like a human.
Like a human being who sees a brand new world, and before asking, oh, where am I, or is my family dead, I want to ask, but book. Because that's charming.
No, Frog, it's not even book. She just wants to read, and it doesn't matter what it is.
She's like, there's not even a calendar to read. Like, you want to read numbers on paper. It doesn't, like, this is not how you're supposed to, like, appreciate, like, the character or, like, relate to someone who's just like, I want, like, writing on a sign or something.
Okay, I usually relate to characters who are simple-minded and shit like that. Like, I love characters. I love characters whose entire focus is beating the dog shit out of someone because that's all they want to do. But if your thing is, I want to look at little alphabet on parchment or on wood or on metal, oh shit, you are boring. Holy cow!
Because at least when you want to beat someone's shit in, there's a reason for that. There's stuff behind that. Like, this is literally a basic instinct of reading is what I enjoy, but not literature. I just like the physical act of reading. I enjoy that.
Like, she's even like, when she's walking through the fucking thing and she sees a symbol, and she's like, Mom, what does that symbol mean? Tell me what it means!
It would be understandable if she was a literal child. Like, if she had been isekai'd as a child into another child, right?
Then I'd buy it a little more, but no, she cries when there's no books, because, oh man, there's no books.
Like, when I would... No. I'll be honest.
Like, unironic question, is she supposed to be, like, autistic? It's like, it's not like I'm not being, like, a dick here, you know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying.
Well, yeah, no, it's an anime podcast. Like, I'm pretty sure it's established that the hosts are autistic.
That's true, it's true.
The military doesn't know that. Shut up.
No, they don't.
Don't ask, don't tell.
If the character is supposed to be portrayed as, like, autistic, I can kind of understand maybe, like, having a fixation on one thing that makes you happy. But it doesn't, like, say that. It doesn't make it that obvious if that's the case. I'm not going to, like, give it that benefit of the doubt, necessarily.
Eld would have told us if it was. Eld would have. But he didn't.
Probably.
Yeah, we try not to name names from other Discords here. But yeah, we have a buddy who likes isekais that would have told us. No, I don't even care about the plot, because the plot's already garbage. It's an isekai, okay? But, like, what gets me is the fact that you could actually see the shortcuts, like in animation, where instead of animating her walking, they did the Jim Henson Muppet thing, where they had her character waist up, glide across the screen while they, like, bounced her model up and down a little bit, like she had, like, arthritis in her ankle.
There's actually something that he's saying here that I want to say later about another anime that came out this season.
Okay, but, like, it is actually so bad that I was just filled with rage the whole time. Like, here we go. They forgot to animate the mouths half the time. There were literally times where she would open her mouth.
I think I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, like the design changes too. Like at the beginning of the show, it was very much like a Maho shoujo look, where there was very like sharp models. And then as soon as she gets out of the bedroom and starts talking to her family, everybody becomes bubbly and shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then they fisheye lens everything. Like,
yes.
They can't keep her proportions. They can't keep her mother's proportions, her sister's proportions. Like,
Moth is breaking.
I actually have never seen such a train wreck in my life of an anime. Like,
I have. It happened 2 years ago. It happened 2 years. Was it 2 years ago?
Wait, which one?
Darling in the Franxx.
I was like,
no,
1
but
year ago.
Darling in the Franxx at least had good set design looking things, like
good animation.
Yeah, good animation. Nobody's going to debate that it was
Darling in the
Franxx
had things going for it for like a second.
It didn't. It didn't have it.
Production value was good.
Oh, it had money.
It was.
That's what it had. It had money.
Trigger.
But you can't.
Trigger, and Trigger can do no wrong after Promare. Like nothing they could ever do would be bad after Promare.
Yeah, after
Wait,
Promare.
it'll happen. It'll happen. We'll get another one.
No, nothing will be bad.
We'll
after
get another
Promare.
one, and I get to lord over you like I did last year.
That's fine, but like
you can't even blame Trigger for it because it was mostly A1 and Trigger helped them with some animation.
My point.
Yeah, but then when the A1 realized it was like a terrible thing, they just straight up ditched it and said Trigger did it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Anyway, is that like
I think
I've said
I could go on. I could do this entire episode on how much of a train wreck book Isekai is, but like at the end of the day, it had really, really bad animation, really bad character design, really bad, like, just interactions. The MC, I just want to see her die in a fire. Like, I want to see her get Isekai the corpse party next.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that the first, like, the whole anime should have ended at the scene where she's talking to the guy who has the book, and she's like, I just want to see it, and he's like, you want to read? And then
they should have just burned her at the stake.
Burned alive for being a witch, because she's in a fantasy world.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like, there are some other bad isekais this season, but, like, nothing is as bad as this anime.
What do you mean?
At least it was a cute main character. I thought her design was cute, and that's about where my ends for it.
Of course, there's other bad isekais this season. Moth, the whole season is isekai, except for, like, 5
It's mostly
anime.
isekai, yeah. It's like half isekai. It's crazy.
Let's go through the list. Geniuses have it easy in a world where their robots do their work for them.
I wanted to talk about that show, but I didn't want to make you guys watch it. That show is awful.
It was so bad. The first season was just, or the first episode was just terrible.
I have no idea what that is.
No, it's fine. So we're gonna go back now that we've done. Now that we've, I've saved my best for last for the beginning. Now,
we'll make our way up. We'll build our way up to our favorite ones. Don't worry about it.
Well, yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, listing the favorite ones is kind of weird. Do we just want to rather like? Do we want to go through the list?
You're the one who said to list our favorite ones.
Okay, fine. We'll list our 3 favorites. What are your 3 favorites?
Oh, okay. I mean,
my 3 favorites?
I think we're all going to have a similar answer.
Okay, so I'm going to ignore the obvious 2. Outside of the obvious 2. All right, so...
What are the obvious 2?
No Guns Life and Beastars.
Yeah.
Okay. I still haven't seen either of those, so okay.
Wait, really?
Shit.
Yeah,
what?
Damn.
What?
Holy cow.
Moth, I hate you.
I don't know. The one about the crippy guy with the samurai swords that aired on Prime Video kind of just burned me out of serious animes for a bit.
That's fine.
It's good.
So, out of the seasonal anime, I have to say it's probably... Okay, let me look at the list so I can get the ideas of what I'm talking about here.
Okay, Frog, bail us out here. What are your 3 favorites so far?
I mean, my answer's probably going to be the same, to be honest. So, like, I like No Guns Life. It's really fun. I like Beastars, because of course I do. And third one I'm having trouble with, because I didn't love anything else.
All right.
And
am I seriously the one who's different from the rest
of
you guys on this one?
I got it. I got my 3 favorite outside of the 2 that are good. So it's
okay. Go ahead.
Fucking Kimono Michi. Is that the wrestling one?
Yeah.
Kimono Michi, Sherlock anime, and probably Orsuki. I don't know how to pronounce that. But
all right.
Orsuki.
Okay, so we do have some crossover here. All right, Hate, lead us in.
Because I'm not gonna put Beastars or No Guns. I would honestly, No Guns Life is fine. I'm still watching it. But if I was to make a list, number 1 would be Orisuke. That show is amazing.
It is, but we can talk about why that's so good, because that hit 3 of our lists. So we can talk about why that's good after you list it.
Then Cautious Hero, because I think it's really funny.
Okay.
And Iruma-kun, because I also think it's really funny.
Okay, wow,
that was the
you
one
and
I
I
didn't
cross
finish.
over it a lot. Holy crap.
Yeah, I didn't finish Iruma-kun. I thought it was really boring.
You're a dumb bitch.
Gets the first half. It's just set up. There's a really great joke at the end of the first episode.
Yeah, there was. It was there.
I would say, so far, what impressed me most about Cautious Hero, and this is going to sound weird, but Cautious Hero had some of the most realistic breasts I've ever seen in, like, oversized mammaries.
I liked, they really did a lot of cool facial expressions in that
They
one,
did.
in the first
Well,
episode.
they did a lot of cool facial expressions, but, like, when that one chick was hunched over really weird in the first episode right
Yeah.
before she charged him, like,
She's pretty good.
they actually dropped one of her breasts considerably, and it didn't fit everything right anymore. And I was like, holy crap, this is really weird how that's accurate. Like, I didn't want to give it to him that it looked okay, but it did.
I think it's either the next episode or the episode after that, she then turns into a giant goat man. So you're getting the 2-for-1 with her.
Oh, boy.
Jeez. Oh, boy. But,
Yeah, it's wild.
So, my 3 of the season, and we've kind of already gone over this, but Orosuke is really, really good.
Oh, no.
Really, actually, I love it. The other one should be no surprise, Iruma-kun. Love that one. And then the
I
third
love how
one,
hard it is for you to like pronounce these very like not that hard words.
fight me. And the last one is Ahiru no Sora.
What is that one? What?
What the? That's the baseball one, isn't it?
Yes, that's why it has 2 black guys on the cover. It's about baseball. No, it's a basketball anime.
I don't know. I don't watch the sport. The only sports anime I like is Ice Shield 21, and
So
that's
wait.
because it's basically.
Why
just
do you guys
shonen.
like Deku, who joined the Yu-Gi-Oh universe anime? Anyway,
Wait, what?
What?
Iruma-kun.
Okay, so
Oh.
Iruma-kun, it
He's
feels
just
like a
Deku,
really...
but looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh character.
He does.
No, I mean, you're not wrong, but no. Iruma-kun...
It's just it feels like a really good early 2000s
It does.
anime.
It does
Yeah,
actually.
Well, and here's the thing. It teeters on being a train wreck every episode.
Oh.
Like, when
Yeah, it kind of does.
when they introduced Green Girl, what's her name?
I fucking love her. I also
Yeah,
hate her. She's
but-
the worst and the best.
But she sits at the border of being a really bad character. Clara. Her name is Clara.
Yeah. Oh, she's like the best and the worst. I that's the only way I can describe her.
Yeah, like, she literally sits, like, right there on the almost a bad character, but she consistently redeems herself.
I love how her demon power is that her pockets have mallet space, and she can just pull whatever the fuck she wants out.
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
she's basically
But
the Mickey Mouse
Did you
character
just
from
call-
Bugs Bunny.
Did you just call Hammer Space Mallet Space? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I prefer like
Hammer Space.
gavel space, if you will.
You fucker.
It's hammer time.
You motherfucker. You Yankee fuck.
But yeah, and she uses that mallet space to pull out snacks so that people will spend time with her because she is lonely. And it's so like, oh man, that's really sad. And then she's annoying, so I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't want to spend time with her either.
All right, maybe I'll go back to that because I had a really bad first impression with that, and just it was super duper fast paced, and the first like 12 or so minutes was just like nothing, and I was so bored.
I would say her sledge slit is very interesting.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't want to acknowledge what he just said. I just want to say, so with Iruma-kun, I was actually really impressed. It looked stupid. It looked childish. And it is kind of childish. It's obviously geared towards younger audiences. At least...
Yeah, but you're forgetting the most important part.
It's geared...
Babble,
it's
babble, 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 babbaloo.
Yeah.
geared towards younger...
That song's awesome.
Oh, you like that song? I thought it was
I
fucking annoying.
love that song. That song's the best OP of the season.
hate
It
it.
is geared towards younger
actually
audiences,
hate it.
and I can tell it's... I've been told it is. It's probably going to become a harem later on just based off the ED.
It's not. It's not, though. None of the girls are desirable enough for it to be a harem. Like,
Only 2 characters want his dick.
And
one
one
of
of
them
them's a
is the
pink-haired
girl he
dude.
saves, and the other one is
That's
a dude.
fair. Okay, that's nice. But anyways, so outside of that, it's geared towards younger audiences. But despite that, it feels like all the characters are so one-dimensional, at least from first episode.
Right, but they managed to make them interesting. Like, there's a scene.
I was gonna say something about that.
Go ahead.
The fact that they are one-dimensional works because this anime is geared towards being a comedy series, and comedy series don't need in-depth characters. And
no, but they definitely help. Like, Gintama has some of the most in-depth characters I have ever seen in my life, and that helps a lot.
I'm not saying it doesn't, but a lot of the humor in this show isn't based off the interactions of the characters, but rather its own timing of each joke and how it's handled.
Situational stuff.
Yeah, really good comedic
it's
timing.
Mostly situational, so it be having such
sitcoms.
It having such
sitcom.
it having such masterful timing does so well for the series. At least just from the first episode, I was actually laughing. That takes a lot.
Maybe the reason I didn't like it was because I don't like a lot of anime comedies, just because of the way the timing is a big thing for comedy in general. And like,
Frog, the first half of the first episode I think is fine, but it's just set up.
The second episode takes the first episode and runs with it so well.
All right, well maybe I'll like update myself and then I'll let you guys know next time.
I would get to the end of the first episode because that joke is so fucking great. Like, it's just really good. I don't even want to talk about it because to ruin it. I just think it's a really fantastic.
I'll finish
gag.
the episode at the very least.
Well, no, there's something in the fourth episode, and this is why this girl consistently tiptoes between being like a really good character and a really like could be a trash character. Is they introduce a really big dude, like I can't remember his name, but they introduce a demon.
It's the character that our isekai friend said Sai was like.
Yeah, he's just an angry, like, I don't dodge swords, I take swords to the chest.
Yeah.
And he's twice the size of every other character in the show, at least. And they're introducing him, and she is grabbing larger and larger measuring tapes and, like, taping them together to measure how tall he is. And they're just subtly doing it in the background, and it's the most entertaining stuff.
He's just talking about how he wants to be the biggest, and then off from the side, there's a fucking, like, ruler just reaching up to, like, touch his head, and no one says anything. It's a good gag.
Fun.
Yeah, his name is Sablo, by the way.
I am excited because I actually want to plan to come back to this anime probably when it's finished to sit down and just laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear it? They're one-piecing it.
No!
What?
No!
Are they? No, you're fucking
Moth,
with us.
I hate you so much. No! You're the reason why I have nightmares.
No, they're not one-piecing it. Sorry.
Thank God! Oh my God, don't do that to me!
I mean, when's the last time something got One Piece? Like Black Clover, right?
Yeah, Black Clover. And to be fair, Black Clover was the perfect sacrificial lamb because nobody gives a shit about it.
Yeah.
No, I'm on Twitter, man.
Well, Twitter
Anime
people
Twitter
don't
is
count.
fucking
Anime Twitter's
different.
stupid.
Twitter people aren't human
Are we
beings.
talking?
They're the same.
Are we talking about the masses and how much I fucking hate them?
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
we're talking
No one
about the
likes
same
masses.
masses that think Hero Academia is the best thing ever. Like, Hero Academia
speak-
isn't even half as good as the original Naruto was.
I don't know about that.
Speaking of Hero Academia,
like
why don't
Hero
we talk
Academia.
about Hero Academia this
Yeah,
season?
let's
didn't
talk about
watch it.
how this season is so lackluster and boring. I can barely keep myself entertained.
I'm not sure
on
what
it.
they've done in the 4 episodes because I didn't watch it.
I think they
because I
did.
read it.
The first
Yeah, I read it
episode
too.
was a glorified recap. They actually
Yeah, that's how they
did a
always go.
recap.
Yep.
It wasn't it was anime only. It wasn't terrible.
They
there was
started
no
the
clips.
season with a filler episode.
That's what they always do
Yeah,
every
it
season,
It makes
though.
sense because this
But,
is
like-
a major arc.
Yeah.
It's a good placement.
They always recap the episode, the first episode. That makes sense. I'm not going to fault them for that, even if I think
And
it's annoying.
it's not like a clip show recap. It's a let's just quickly establish
Yeah.
the Deku and who he is. So if you're jumping in now, you know why.
You
he's
also have to
important.
think that anime is also written with or done with the intention of people watching it later on when it's done, and they're not watching it season by season.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially
I
when
don't mind it, but I don't like it. But I'm not
Yeah.
going to like fault them for it.
If it was a clip recap, I would be fucking crucifying it. But if you are binge watching it in the future, you're just gonna see it as another
Yeah.
episode. Like it's inintrusive.
Yeah, but it's not good, and it was a terrible way to start the season, if you ask me. Like, it actually, I was so glad I'd
if you
forgotten
wanna-
about it, because the second episode had already been out, and I had just been able to skip ahead. But had that been my first episode for me, I would have been like, please, just kill
this is
me.
100% why I don't watch seasonal anime. This is 100% it.
yeah,
If you want to talk about not good, we can talk about the fucking it's not the animation is just it's just normal.
It's because
Like,
they don't
not
really
bad,
give a shit
it's
anymore.
not
They just
good.
kind of put it out because they need to, because it makes money.
No, it established that it made money. And here's the thing, like, I really hope season 3 of Golden Kamuy does not go this route. Because Golden Kamuy is my all-time favorite anime at this point.
That
I'm just
show
like, please.
already looks like a poo-poo. It can only get better.
It was really good poo-poo, though.
It can only
Like,
get better. Are you sure?
Moth is just shoveling it in his mouth like, oh, the poo-poo.
No, let's talk about Golden Kamuy.
Moth-
Golden Kamuy accomplishes
There's no Golden Kamuy this season.
Mike, you say it can't get worse, but we just got done talking about a sentence of a bookworm.
Yeah. Nothing will
fair.
ever be as bad as the sentence of a bookworm.
I'm the guy who defends King and Asura, for fuck's sake, man. I don't know.
But let's go from one, like, comedy show to another. Let's talk about Oresuki. I love this show.
I liked it. It was
Orosuke,
fun.
My wife described it
My wife.
as the perfect incel anime, and that incels would hate it.
I don't
Yeah.
think so, because I'm a fucking incel.
I want to say, I don't think...
I would fuck
I don't-
you, frogs.
Thanks,
Okay,
man.
Frog, let me ask you a question. Do you believe that women should be assigned to men if a guy can't find
I'm not.
a woman by 25?
I'm not a misogynist. I fit the definition like of an incel.
Okay,
I'm
but
not
like
that.
there's meeting the definition, and then there's actually being an incel.
I know.
Fuck.
Even though he's not that either, though. I don't think he's. I don't
Like,
think he
Not,
plus.
no, so...
If you saw a skinny guy who didn't wear a wife beater shirt and just kind of looked okay, and he told you he was a bodybuilder, even if he actually was and he worked out 5 to 6 times a week, you wouldn't consider him a bodybuilder. But then, if you like made eye contact with The Rock while he boofed a protein shake, you'd be like, yeah, that's a bodybuilder. So yeah, it's an incel anime, but not just for people who meet the bill for incel, but the actual incels that we like to make
I
fun
don't
of.
agree with that at all, because I've mentioned a few times in conversations prior, the main character, he only has 2 traits of an incel. One, that he believes women should like go to men who treat them well. And 2, he doesn't get sex. He doesn't get pussy, which is true.
Yeah.
But
That's like the core mechanics of incel.
You're
Even
right.
though he
operate.
totally could, he has the ability to. Because the girl in the first episode's like, "Yo,
yeah,
And she's super hot,
you're
by the
right.
way.
Yes.
He could
Yeah.
go that way, but he doesn't, because the thing with incels is like he gave up. He 100% just gave the fuck up. At least for the first episode, he's done. He's now going out of his way to ruin the lives of these girls, which is nuts.
Moth, are you caught up?
Yeah, no, I just watched the latest episode where he's like trying to pull off a hat trick.
I am not."
Which
caught
is
up.
not something an incel's
So-
gonna do. Incels just talk shit about women all the time. That's all they do.
Here's the thing about him. He has that, like, he's kind of a dick, but he's still a good person.
He's
actually.
not really a good person, though. Everything he's done is calculated.
It is.
I mean,
In
you
fact,
think
the
that,
only
but,
woman
like,
who sees through all of his calculations and actually wants to sleep with him, he's not attracted to her because he realizes that she knows exactly who he is.
I think you're reading a little too much into it.
What? No. This
is the
has
opposite
more
problem.
in-depth storytelling
which
than
is weird for
Bakemonogatari. Like,
I'm
there's
gonna,
there's more subtlety in this anime than anything like
he
Bakemonogatari.
wholeheartedly he's mad at these 2 girls, and they are using him to get at his best friend, because that's the plot of the show, because we haven't fucking even said what the fucking plot of the show is. It's about a guy who wants to fuck 2 girls, and he's acting like a visual novel protagonist to do it, and both of them just want to fuck his cooler best friend. And they ask him for help, and you know what? He genuinely is like, I fucking hate these girls. I fucking hate them now, but I guess I'm gonna fucking try and help both of them. And whoever wins, I get the leftovers. And like, yeah, it's kind of fucked up, but he does try and help both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
but only because of his ulterior motives.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter what your motives are to do good things. You still do good things.
No. That is intent. This is a theological debate that we don't have the time for.
boy.
This is theological? This is not... There's nothing theological about this.
I have to look
No,
up
no,
theology
It's gonna
now.
bring up Mormon Jesus again.
Yeah, let's bring up Mormon Jesus here.
Oh, you mean
Jesus
fake
said
Got it.
a good deed done without a good heart is dead in the Lord's eye.
Moth, I don't
Alright.
say like
Like
fan
that.
fiction Bible. I don't.
Cool, bruh.
Oh, Jesus
me.
Christ.
I don't want to
Yeah,
talk about this
it's-
again, dude. We talk about this like every episode.
Nope,
The
we're
best
now
thing-
we're now the We Hate Anime Come to Jesus podcast.
Oh boy.
The We Hate Jesus podcast, the only podcast that shuns religion. Except for
really?
Moth.
You mean not like last podcast on the left and pretty much anything that a Newgrounds animator got big on? Okay.
Anyway, so Orosuki, the thing I love about Orosuki is how well it is written. The actual production quality is kind of all over the place. I think the character designs are really appealing.
It's the same studio as Death March.
Frog and I
randomly like animate their faces all the time, like, and they're like what they're doing there. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
it's weird because like the lighting is really, really well done and good, but the expressions are neither here nor there. They can be really good or like. It's weird.
The thing I really like about the show, is
how you know the one.
It's really well written because every single character in that show, no matter how you think their personality is, they're the almost the exact opposite, and they have these hidden things that they want to do. And how they go across doing that is really well done. Like, it's great. I love the show. The characters are even the worst character, which is his best friend, is still like, you know what? I don't even hate you.
Yeah,
I would honestly say that Orosuki is really damn.
My only real complaint with it, like my only actual complaint with it, is I didn't find the jokes funny, mostly because they beat the same joke into you twice. They do it twice.
No, that's because comedy comes in threes.
Yeah, it's the rule of threes. That's comedy.
That's actually why they did it that way.
Really
and
common.
That's why he's now afraid of seeing benches, which is hilarious.
Which makes sense, but like there's nothing different about it. It was to the point that so the first time it was funny. The second time it was not funny at all. I saw it coming. The third time it was funny.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The second time when it happens, he's like, "Oh God, is this going to happen again?" Like it's playing like that's the thing. You're supposed to see the way he sees it. Like, yes, it's happening again. He's expecting it too. And the third time, he's like, "Oh God, she's gonna fucking tell me he wants to fuck my best friend," and she's like, "No, I want to fuck you." It's like, oh, it's playing with expectations.
I mean, you see that one coming from a mile away.
Yeah,
you do, but it doesn't make it any less well done.
The only thing I found funny about the third time wasn't because because they flipped it. It was because they did something clever with it, like the fucking packaging joke, the mailing a whole ass bench. That was pretty
funny. I liked that.
They do that joke again in the second episode, but it's his best friend, and it's like, oh God, is he about to tell me he wants to fuck him?
See, that sounds good, but the third time wasn't funny because they went, oh, she wants to fuck him. Well, no, that was obvious. It wasn't funny. Good job.
It's a love pentagon now, so it's great. It is a satanic rite of love.
Well, if the fucking ending of the fourth episode's anything to go by, it's going to become a dodecahedron by the end of it.
Yeah, like...
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No,
I was just going to say, I actually went into watching the first 20 minutes. Frog was there when I was watching it. I shit on it for a long time, and then I walked out of it thinking, I'm going to give it a second chance. I'm going to give that anime a second chance. I'm going to watch the second episode, and I will. I will watch the second episode at some point. And give it a chance, because it has room for humor. It does. It has room for good joke setup and the like.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I thought, I was actually watching with my friend, Enzo. I talked to him, Tonoha. He's in the server. Anyway, he, like, really didn't like the first, like, half. I mean, and it's kind of like, I guess, on purpose, because like the first half tries to be like to look like this really generic kind of romance.
Which is good.
It's kind of the idea. Yeah, no, it was well done. But I knew something was going to happen because he didn't hear about like any of the incel stuff, so he was surprised, and he didn't. So I can understand why he didn't like that much, but I was expecting it to change at some point. But my big problem was just like the pacing. It's super fast.
It is. Oh,
it's way too fast.
I'm okay with that because I prefer fast pacing over slow pacing.
Yeah, I didn't have any issue with pacing.
That's why the first 7 episodes of Gurren Lagann are so good, is because they don't take a breather until Kamina dies.
There's a time for like
spoilers.
The anime is 12 years old.
It's 13 now, actually.
Oh! It's like spoiling Evangelion at this point.
I actually haven't seen it.
Shinji dies.
Yeah, no way. I don't know. There's a time and place for good and fast pacing. I just felt like it was a little too much. I understand the point of it because they don't want it to get to like the whole anger and like second half of it, which is like repeating the same day again, but in a different way. Which it was a good joke. I like that.
It was Groundhog's Day, the anime.
Yeah, it was fun, and I liked it.
I feel like this particular show, if it had gone slower, it wouldn't have been good.
You're probably right, but I still feel like it's a little fast. But you're actually probably right. You're right, because like they wouldn't have been able to fit the whole other part.
Episode 3, and Episode 4, they don't have that same bullet pacing.
Okay, well maybe that's a little nicer. Okay, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. I understand why it's there. I just think it could have been slowed down. That's all. But I do get its purpose. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, like Oreski, one of my top 3 this season. Now let's talk about the one that you guys apparently didn't watch.
What did I not watch?
Ahiru no Sora.
Oh yeah, no one watched this. No one knows
which is the basketball that Sora plays.
Let's just let's let Moth go off. Let's mute our mics. Go take a bathroom break.
Yeah, what are you talking about here?
No, it's a basketball anime, and it's
not Slam Dunk. I'm not interested.
I didn't watch it.
Okay, it is the basketball that Sora plays. Okay. All right, it's basically about a kid who's super short, will never be able to slam dunk in his life, but he's really good at jukes and he's really good at 3-pointers. And he comes to a school where the basketball team is run by delinquents, and all the characters are really uniquely and diversely drawn, and they're different. Like they all look different. The characters actually feel like human beings, and the way that people get motivated to play basketball, it's very slow burn. Like, they kind of have special powers like they did in Kuroko's No Basket, where it's like, I will always be the best dunker. I will always be the tallest player. I'll always be the best shooter. Like, the main kid is the best juker, but they kind of explain how everybody does it. Like, there's one guy who tried to shoot, and he'll never be good at making shots, but he can dunk like a boss. And they're really building that up, and they're making these characters really good. So I would say,
about sport, though.
It is probably the best sports anime since Kuroko no Basket.
But sport, though.
Sport ball bad.
Sport ball bad.
Unless your sport anime has a blonde-headed like Bancho dude with sharp-ass vampire teeth, I ain't having it. Okay?
Oh, Mike, I know you saw the tweet. Sorry, wait, go ahead.
Unless it's blood sport, I don't care.
Wait, you guys never saw like Hitomaru Sumo either? Even though I love that?
No.
You know we.
I mean, I like martial arts series. That's I think they're different from like sports series because like fighting is a whole different kind of ballpark. But
it's still a sports anime. I'd say they're very. Asura is a sports anime.
I guess on a technical level,
I'm with Moth here. I like martial arts stuff too, but that's because I like fighting more than I do sports.
Exactly.
Rules.
Yeah.
Blood sport.
Yeah.
And Mike, I know you saw this tweet. There was like, because I know you're on Twitter all the time, but like, you see that tweet that was like, sports anime are the best anime because no one dies in it.
Oh yeah, I retweeted that and I was like, man, if you like the fact that no one dies in shonen anime, I got bad news for you. Death happens, bro.
In sports anime, you mean?
No, it's death.
Yeah, I know.
He's gonna die one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about more comedy. Let's talk about Shinsho Yusha, also known as the Cautious Hero.
Oh yeah, okay. So I watched most of these today because I didn't get to them, but this one's all right. Like I said, I like the a lot of like just the. It's very fast paced in the beginning because just like it's very fast. Like mostly because like the girl is like a fucking machine gun with her words. She just never stops talking.
Oh, wait, which anime?
Shush.
Cautious Hero.
Oh yeah, no. It's gaggy and it's dumb, and I don't think the gags are going to hold out nearly as well as the other isekai.
I think you might be.
I actually had similar thoughts. I thought it was funny, but I was thinking, man, I cannot watch this same joke for 12 episodes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it changes it up, but hopefully it does. But if not, it's
eye candy for 12 episodes. But that's
and the girl,
it looks pretty nice.
Reacting to the eye candy is the funniest fucking part. Oh, shishback was. Hands down, amazing.
I know. I really liked Rick's facial expressions and like she changed her voice up a lot too, which is fun.
Yeah,
props to that voice actor.
Is amazing.
She reminds me a lot of that Hanako from that show from like 2 years ago.
I really like the show, and I decided to catch up for the podcast. I really like it. Like it's continuing to be entertaining for me. There is a gag at the beginning of because you know how the first episode ends, the hanging titties is chasing after them, right?
Yeah.
Well, they get away from her by opening up a portal and crashing through it, and there was just a scene that happens where she lands on top of him, and he just slowly puts his hand on her face, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna tell her to get off him because she's trying to kill him or whatever. And he just fucking yeets her across the room, and I'm like, what the fuck? It was so out of nowhere that I had to pause and I was gut laughing because I didn't expect it. I knew something was gonna happen.
Now it's ruined for me. Now it's ruined for me because I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but you also get to see the hot demon bitch turn into a giant goat man, so you still got something.
I guess, yeah, I'll give you that. Now that's ruined for me as well.
But the show's really fun. It gives me Konosuba vibes, not in that it's of the same quality, just in that it has a kind of similar humor.
Surprised at how well the facial stuff was animated. So,
and that's something I really enjoy.
Like who did this one? Like which studio is this?
I'm not sure.
I'll have to look it up. I'll look it up while you guys talk.
Too much close.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. It's a decent show, and it's Kashishiro is an isekai, and it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh, it's White Fox. That makes sense.
Bad.
White Fox did this one.
Now let's talk about the better isekai,
I hate
Kimono
you
Michi.
so much. Oh fuck!
Actually,
I don't want to talk about dog fucker anime.
What's wrong with it?
This dude was sniffing a dog's butthole for 3 minutes.
He was doing that.
He ate out a Cerberus's ass to show dominance.
And when someone from across the way was like, "Oh man, I better go help him," he turns around and says, "No!" and just goes back to sniffing butt.
I love his voice actor. It's really good.
Yeah, no, honestly, Kimono Michi, I got a feeling it might get tiresome here soon, but for the first 3 episodes so far, it's been entertaining. It's just a dude who is the world's best wrestler, ends up in an isekai, suplexes the freaking regent, and then proceeds to open up a pet shop in a world that doesn't understand what pet shops are.
My favorite thing, just conceptually, is that the fact that going into this world, that the act of wrestling is no one's ever heard of it before, and it's somehow more powerful than all the magic and shit.
Yeah.
It's really fucking funny.
I view this fucking anime as like what would happen if Moth was isekai'd. He's just trying to fuck as many animal people and animals as possible.
Yeah, I don't really disagree with that statement at all, and I don't like that that's true.
I don't think any of us like that. We learned something about you watching that show.
I really appreciated it. I enjoyed it. I mean, I've been enjoying it so far. I'm 4 episodes in. It's been good. I'm a little bit worried about with the introduction of the princess and her advisor, who's a vampire, like that things are going to get kind of shitty, but we'll see.
I would really like this show if it wasn't for the fact that I can't stop thinking about how he wants to fuck animals. I can't stop thinking about it.
But they're married women. There is one anime that I really want to watch it. It was one of my favorite animes like a year ago. You guys realize like I'm not as much of a pirate as I used to be. So like, yeah, I could go to Annie-Kiss. I could go to Russia Anime. Like I could go to all these streaming sites and find this stuff. But like, I just don't have the energy. It took so much energy for me to watch Dumbbells off a pirate site that I was just so tired. But there is an anime I wanted to watch. Let me know if you guys have seen it. High School Girl Season 2.
Oh, High School Girl.
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched the first season. This is the thing. So I do want to watch it. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, the first season was top notch. It was one of the best animes I've ever seen. Absolutely amazing. Second season's out. I need to get around to it. I just don't want to pirate it. I really am that lazy. I don't want to pull up, what is it? Nia. I don't want to pull up Nia and pirate it.
Fair enough.
I still haven't watched the first season, so I have no opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get to it. Maybe we should watch it together.
Yeah, the first season was great. I love it. Yeah, so that was the one thing I wanted to talk about there for that. It's just the one that none of us have seen. Oh yeah, worst animes of the season. No PETA.
What?
No PETA. It's about a girl who decided to give birth to her sister through a machine, and it gave birth to a giant cotton-tailed deer or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't add that to the list because I didn't think it'd be worth talking about.
No, but it's a terrible anime. Just like Shinchuka Ichiban was so disinteresting that I gave up after the first episode.
I don't know any of these.
I don't know what that is.
That's Food Wars in China.
Oh! The first episode, it's like, I did watch that, and I was going to talk about it, but I didn't think anyone would care. That show, the first episode, you are walking into a story as it's already been happening, and it doesn't try and establish anything.
A story that's already over.
The best thing to come out of that is that I now know that there are chickens that exist in the world that are pure black, and that's metal as fuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
But let's talk about something
They're
we
the big
did.
black cocks.
Yes.
Anyway, let's talk about Blade of the Immortal.
I already watched Blade of the Immortal 6 months ago.
I tried to mention this to Frog. I don't. It has the same issue that Moth mentioned with the Muppets thing, and I feel it's sure it's a direction thing, yeah, but it feels like it goes out of its way to just cut out as much animation as possible. I don't think
it. No, I agree with you there. It's because I know what you're talking about. It's like a lot of times it'll cut away from things that you'd normally want to see, and it can be off-putting. And it, like, for example, like pretty much every sword slash, at least in the first episode, is cut out, and you see the aftermath instead, which could be seen as stylistic, and it, for the most part, it is, but it's also doesn't make it any less satisfying, any more satisfying, I should say, because it's because I don't know, you never get to see the action directly, and it's kind of lame. This is all aside from the fact that the editing and directing is like someone's like DZ and ROC like AMV, but you know, whatever.
It's so that's exactly it. It's cut like a fucking AMV. It's so fucking weird.
Another issue I had with it was that like the sound quality was weird. They wanted to overemphasize every sound effect.
Yeah. Oh man, don't you like looking at this water wheel for like the 8th time this week?
But with the actual animation itself, what little animation they actually showed was either very static up and down movement, something opening and closing, or my favorite, when he sheaths his sword.
What happens when they sheath the sword?
When he sheaths it, he throws his arm up as quickly as possible so it's fast enough to be a blur, and then he spins the blade like 180 degrees downwards, like another motion blur, and then slams it back into the scatter.
Weird.
Yeah, the show, like I have such weird opinions on Blade of the Immortal. I'm not gonna watch any more of it because it's not good. But there are moments in it that are just stylized enough and are just like interesting to look at enough where I'm like, wow, that was really good. And then the next scene is gonna be like just awful. Like,
yeah, I too like washing out all the color from my universe too.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where I like the idea of where they're going with it, because it's definitely an older kind of story. I miss samurai stories in anime. I do.
Same.
And this one feels like a classic one, and I know it is because it's old. I'm probably gonna drop this and read the manga at some point.
Yeah, I might read the manga. I don't know, because in the manga, like one of those old, like doesn't the manga look like Dororo?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is literally. I just watched Dororo 6 months ago. I'm not gonna watch this.
I'm looking it up right now.
It's the premise is like, I actually like the premise. The idea that this man's immortal until he kills 100 impure people. That is classic as shit.
Not to be confused with Dorohedoro, which is a different thing that Sai's very aware of. So it's Dororo.
Post pictures here. Fuck.
Pronouncing Dorohedoro.
Dorohedoro.
Dorohedoro or Dehedoro? I thought it was Hedoro.
Dehedoro. That sounds so unnatural.
I don't know. That's just what I thought.
I emphasize the he.
Here's a screenshot from the manga of Dororo. By the way, this is like how it looks in the original.
Blade of the Immortal doesn't look like that at all.
Old. Okay, doesn't. Okay.
Oh damn! Yeah, it is old.
I'll just send it to you straight up. 1 second.
Damn, this is some Astro Boy level stuff.
Oh yeah,
it
no,
is
for sure.
Astro Boy level stuff because Dororo, whatever, was written by the same person. Yeah. It's the same dude.
No. Osamu's
I'm pretty sure. It's either that.
I refuse to believe that Astro Boy... You know what? That makes sense, because amputee children is his forte. So
I would double check. Yeah. They came out at the same time, at the very least.
Dororo, author is Osamu Tezuka.
Yeah.
Who also wrote...
Astro Boy.
Wait, did he?
And Gigantor.
Yep.
Let me see.
He did do Astro Boy. I was right.
Oh, well, there you go. Already know. The more you know, eh?
Yeah, his writing is really all over the place and weird.
He also wrote oh god. Other stuff. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, he wrote the Bible. He wrote God.
Mood.
That is, I did not know that. Fair enough. But yeah, no, Blade of the Immortal actually has like a more modern looking art style aside just a picture.
It's really it's a really weird show. Like I don't like it, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. But there's quality there. There's like little nuggets, but the nuggets are wrapped in shit.
There's also the anime that I have to force myself to watch. I have to force myself to finish the first season, and it's just because I want to support it, and it's called Radiant.
What the fuck?
Wait, isn't that a shonen that came out like last season?
That's like the French shonen. Get Mara on the call. That's the French shonen.
Okay, I know, but like, I enjoyed the first episode. I enjoyed the second episode. It was somehow more childish than iruma-kun.
You don't like it?
I hated the first and second episode.
Designs?
I know, right? They're awful.
You didn't like it, but you want to support it anyway. Why?
Well, no, are you kidding me? Radiant has some of the best designs and best animation I've ever seen. You could
The
fight.
designs are so...
No.
Like, there's no consistency in the design.
That's what I love, though. Like,
Is
it's
this
so
Dino King?
good.
Moth likes things that look bad. Like, that's
It's
just
like Dinosaur King for the DS.
Alright, I'm posting a picture here in the chat. You cannot tell me that these two character designs aren't consistent.
Look at this. No, look. It's like got the horns and everything.
Oh, it does.
The fucking
No,
Dinosaur
but, like,
King.
Another thing with the designs is that there's nothing going on with them at all.
I mean, it's
That's
fine.
because
I like
that's
that
so
design.
they're easy to animate. They actually animate a ton with these designs.
Which is probably a good thing.
like
I can't.
this show has more animation than probably like the entire Dragon Ball Super.
I don't
see the designs look fine. I don't know. I'm looking at
That's
them
a
right
low
now.
bar,
having
my
more
friend.
Dragon Ball
animation than a
Super is pretty
Dragon Ball
bad.
series? Oh, impossible!
Yeah, I mean that's not a great comparison.
God, Dinosaur King somehow looks better than Radiant.
Pretty? I don't know. I'm looking at the screenshot. This looks fine.
All right, fine, whatever.
I think this
let's
looks
talk
neat,
about
okay?
No Guns
Okay.
Life.
Okay,
Made by
yeah.
Madhouse, one of my favorite creators, but I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care.
It's sick.
It's all
I am
right.
so incredibly happy this happened. Especially
Yeah, Madhouse.
by
Yeah.
Madhouse. The animation's well done. The sound production is great. Like I said, just from the first episode, at least.
But how well does it do against Madhouse's crowning achievement, Overlord?
I mean, Overlord's better. I mean, can we just agree to that?
No, I like going against. And I was like, I don't like Overlord. This is not news to anyone, but like whatever. I know it's life is just. I don't know, man. I've only seen 3 episodes because there's only 3 out right now, but it's just. It just really appeals to me. Okay, it's like I don't know. I just really like cool designs.
Cyber
and
noir is all
cyber like. What? How did I describe? It's not even like cyber. It's more like I want to say like cyberpunk, but it's not like cyberpunk at all. It's more like yeah, cyber noir. I guess is the right.
I've never described it as cyberpunk.
Or steam noir.
It's not Steam. It's not.
It's definitely not Steam.
The guy's head is a
definitely
gun. That
steampunk.
seems
What are you
pretty.
It's
Steam
gun
to me.
gun noir. I don't know. It's really sick.
His head's a gun and it likes to be in water.
It does not want
No, he
to be
doesn't
in
like
water.
to be in water.
What?
That's the opposite of that. He does not like the water. Actively
not like
hates
the
children and water and moisture, or whatever Teddy says.
It's
Humidity. That's the one.
Humidity and children.
Yeah, that's the one. I don't know. It's
Which
just like
really come together.
it just seems like a really sick like. It's not really a detective thing, at least not
No.
so far. But it's more like an action slash detective thing. It's cool. I like it.
The word you're looking for, Frog, is hard boiled.
Yeah, there you go. Hard boiled.
Is that an actual genre term, or are you just fucking with me?
Yeah, it's a genre term.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
The hard boiled
Yeah.
detective.
Well,
That's
it's
like
it's
a
pretty
thing
sick.
that go together.
I am a big fan so far. It's simple, but it might get more. I don't even if it stays simple. I'm fine with it too. I just like it.
Gets
It's neat.
a little more mysterious after the first major arc. It's like it's like Doridoro, and there's not a strict arc in the story, as far as I'm aware.
Fair enough. That's my big problem with
It's
Doro
a-
Hidoro. It's just like it has no form to it, but I still enjoy it. But
I like the anime. It fixes some of the problems I had with the manga. I'm not dropping it. Once it's all done, I'm gonna binge watch it. I like it. But like it's not. I don't know. It's just not what I'm feeling right now.
fair enough. I don't
No,
know.
that's pretty much how I felt about it because I've seen so many dark animes in the last few seasons that like
It's
not that
I have no
dark.
desire
I mean,
to watch Assassin's
maybe
Creed.
visually
It's
dark,
not-
but
That's
Yeah.
probably why I dig iruma-kun and stuff like that this season. Like it's
Yeah,
more
it's
lighthearted.
such a breath of fresh
No
air.
Gun's Life.
Oh, but hey, another Fate came out.
Oh no, who cares, dude?
All right, let's talk about
anyone in the
B-stars.
audience is a Fatehead. Please,
No. We gotta save B stars.
comment your favorite model Toyota.
Which is funny because I haven't seen B-stars either because it was supposed to air on Netflix and it still hasn't.
Well, it's not gonna air until it's all done and dubbed.
I don't
All
know
right,
if
so
that's
we'll
even gonna
talk
happen.
about it at the season wrap-up.
Nah, Beastars is great.
Azure Lane. Let's talk about that.
No,
I
can we
didn't watch
not?
it. I didn't watch it.
I watched the Girls Frontline anime.
There's a Girls Frontline anime?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I had to choose a point about a like semi-sentient weapon of war that I'm gonna have sex with, it's gonna be Girls Frontline.
Anyway,
Whoa,
Azure Lane.
Mike. So you have to marry and impregnate one of these options.
Okay, here we go. Now this is the question I like.
A tank, a boat, a gun, or an airplane.
All right, so are we talking like Azure Lane?
Yeah. We're talking about it's gonna have a
This is
personality.
this is just the different.
Jenkins.
This is just the different. Yeah, this is the
So
different gacha
like,
games.
if you're gonna marry a high point firearm, it's not gonna be very smart, but she's cheap.
I can't believe you just said that.
Kind of.
Oh, the idea of marrying a high point. Thanks, Moth. I want to actually kill myself.
Fucking
Marry
Yeah, you
your
gotta
brain
realize,
to that
Sai and I
boy.
actually know a lot about guns,
people
unfortunately,
who
and
play
not because of
gacha
these
games
weeb animes.
are subhuman. Don't change my mind.
Oh man, speaking of which, this episode of We Hate Anime is sponsored by the Mirage Memorial Gacha game. It has stolen 20 hours of my life in
And
1 week.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Jesus.
But yeah, Azure Lane. It's very simply, it's a show about gay boats, and I would fuck a lot of them boats.
No, Mike, you have to choose between the 4 topics I gave you, and then you have to expound and choose what in the 4 topic that you're going to do that with.
I pick food. Is there a food gacha?
There is.
Yes,
Yeah,
there is,
can
actually.
Frog
It's called
come-
Food
I pick that
Fantasy.
one. I pick that one.
Frog's gonna come in his food, I guess.
I got a picture of Frog humping an apple pie now.
That sounds like
cherry
not
pie.
the worst thing. I'd prefer that to a gun.
Holy crap, I just realized Frog is so young, he totally missed, like, our generation's Animal House.
Oh, he did. And American Pie, probably.
No, that's
Yeah,
what I
but
mean, is American Pie was our generation's
It was.
Animal House. And the Animal House before that was Porky's.
How about Winnie the
I've
Pooh?
seen those movies, yes.
No.
Winnie the Pooh.
But yeah,
That's not
I got a
Porky.
visual of, like, Frog angrily in the kitchen, just, like, with the door open, masturbating to, like, the expiration dates. Oh, you're gonna go bad in 3 days. Well, you're bad right now, as far as I
Oh,
care.
June
Yeah.
9th!
Why are we like
It's
this?
just Frog's got a sausage link wrapped around his neck, and he's like pulling harder.
Oh, I don't like this.
So their grandma, your fat fingers. Oh wait, no.
I'm sad no one got the June 9th thing. This makes me really... I'm disappointed.
What am I supposed to know? It's 6'9", 69.
Yeah,
I
there you
got
go. It's a
Eat it.
funny joke.
Yeah, okay.
Laugh.
Okay, no, you gotta realize, like, I do things so it would be better.
April
would've been-
20th.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better if you had done, like, what's September 6th. That would be funny to me.
What, 9/6?
Dude!
No, that's
Six
6'9". September 6th is 6'9".
Number!
Dude, he just said this. Yeah, like that. Anyway, I don't know. Gacha games are, if you are tiny small brain. I have big dumb big unga bunga brain, and you have small tiny bitty brain if you like gacha games. Therefore, I am superior.
No, but Frog, you got a tank, you got a plane, you have a gun, and you have a boat, and you have to impregnate one of them. Like, you have to be a father.
Why is this what Azure Lane is about now?
Now you have to choose one. What are you going to become the father to?
Why did this become Frog and not me?
Because this makes Frog uncomfortable.
Can I pick like mechanical pencils?
No. It has to be a weapon of war.
Well,
Your
those are
love-
would you
lame though. I don't
fucking
like
pick up a
weapons of
pencil?
war.
The woman who bears your child
I'm
has
just
to
gonna
have
stick
committed
to being an
war crimes.
incel, man. This sucks.
No. The woman who bears your child has to have committed war crimes in the Middle East.
So Barack Obama.
All right, yeah. You know, I'm gonna marry Barack Obama. That's fine.
Well, okay, but you can't even take his last name because we don't know what it is.
Ah,
He
shit.
has a last name?
What the fuck is Obama's
Mr.
last name?
Obama?
God damn, every time.
What's your last name, mister? What's your last name, Mr. Obama?
I'm pretty sure it's 2.
Is your last name too, Mr. Obama?
We're gonna like get all our fans lost because I started shitting on Gacha fans.
Yeah, you really
Azure
did.
Lane.
I have half the commandos who watch.
Cat's
this
gonna
Discord.
circumcise me tomorrow.
Circumcised.
Again, for the second
She's
time.
gonna go straight for
Frog
it.
is uncircumcised. He has a foreskin.
Actually, no. She's gonna do it again. It regrew like 3 times.
Oh no!
Yeah, actually, it's very simple to regrow your foreskin. You
Yeah.
need a fishing weight, a lead fishing weight that's about 4 ounces.
Oh god,
and you need
no.
a fish
Attention
hook.
all anime fans, Frog has a foreskin.
Nah, man, I got taken off during fucking Vietnam. Anyway, anime,
But,
right? So what
Nope,
else?
nope. You have to answer the question.
I told you I want to fuck Barack Obama. Okay.
No. Barack Obama is not a weapon of war. He's just a very popular president with young people.
I'll take the
Many
bayonet
people would
off an
argue with
M16.
you, Moth, on that one.
Okay, the bayonet off an M16. Okay,
Moth.
we have an answer.
There you
Sai,
go.
answer the
Oh,
question.
easy. M1 Abrams tank. Done.
All right, Mike, you need an answer that's not a boat.
But you said
But
boat.
But we're talking about Azure Lane. I gotta at least bring it back. Come on.
Come on, man. It's like, all right, fine, whatever. What are you going to?
There's a big titty boat in that fucking show that wears a sundress.
It's
and
not
she's hot as
Iowa. It
shit.
doesn't matter.
That's true.
Wait, sundress. Is it carabiner?
What?
Whoa, we can't
it-
just say that on the
Is the,
podcast.
is the name of the boat? Is it this one that looks more like a ghost than a boat?
Let me scroll down. Let's see.
Let's see here. It's Yandere boat.
It says thigh highs
Yeah,
JPEG
that's her.
in
She's
it.
fucking. Look at them big old tonkos,
Yeah, but
man.
Have you
It's
seen
fucking
Iowa?
good. Probably
Hold
not.
Hold
But
up.
she's probably
Hold
not in
up.
the show yet.
Man, I don't care. The only gacha game with cool art is like
Jesus Christ.
Grand Blue Fantasy. That's the only one that actually has cool designs in it.
I'm still playing One Piece Pirate Cruise back from like 2015, so whatever.
But yeah, Azure Lane. Let me talk about a fucking show
No.
now.
Please do.
None of us have anything positive to say about it. Let's talk about
I
Girls
didn't even
Frontline.
watch it.
No one has anything else to say about that either because no one's seen it.
Azure Lane has really fun fight scenes, and that's it.
Does
Done.
it though? I don't know. I thought it was boring.
Oh, Iowa's Kanko. I'm retarded.
Oh yeah, the other boat game.
Yeah, there's 2 boat games.
Yeah, but Azure Lane is the Chinese one.
Oh,
Is it?
it's
Well,
it's
it's even
a
worse.
mistake, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but have you seen the Baltimore in it?
No.
Probably not.
The USS Baltimore?
I don't
It's
know,
kind of
man.
like how you can't type in Julius Caesar into freaking Wikipedia now without getting a blonde-haired anime girl. Because
she's got
of
small
fame.
titties. I don't care.
That's where I'm
I'm
at,
so
honestly.
sorry, Kat. I am so sorry.
All right. Best for last. Let's do this. B stars.
No, we still have other things to talk about.
don't-
We gotta
what-
talk
what
about
do we have to talk about?
Sherlock.
Sherlock's pretty cool.
All right.
I
Yeah.
think it's not
Benedict
good.
Cumberbatch was a good Sherlock. Let's go on.
No, was it?
Kabukicho Sherlock is just an anime, but it's also Sherlock, and I don't like that.
I
Is it
did. I
called-
thought it was
Is
pretty
it called?
charming.
I thought it was fun.
Is it Babylon here on this list?
No.
Is it Africa No Salary Man?
Oh shit! I need to watch that.
What?
I tried to include those things in Moth. I made a list. It was like, this is the shows we're going to talk about. You've not stuck to the list. You brought up 2 other shows, and now you're trying to move us on from the shows we all decided to watch.
Oh, it's Kabukicho Sherlock.
Kabukicho. It's the name of a fucking district.
Yes, Kabukicho in the
Kabukicho!
Shinjuku ward.
It sounds like a Japanese game show or something.
Oh no, you're right. It is a district. It is Kabukicho district.
I'm gonna kill myself on camera. I'm not even on camera. I'm gonna make camera.
But do you
appear.
know that in the Kabukicho district, the light shines and there are also deep shadows?
What?
The curtain
Did
is
you
rising
know that-
in this night stage where bizarre murders occurred. Is this suspense? No. Comedy? An indistinguishable drama is about to begin.
Okay. You
Is he
scared
reading
me.
hentai?
Sai, you have opinions about the show. Please state your opinions while I compose
Okay,
myself.
so
It's production IG.
I thought it was a really like.
They ruined One Punch Man.
What? What? No.
I thought
You're thinking of JC Staff, and also the other time.
I thought
Oh,
it was
yeah,
a
okay.
very charming anime. I didn't come in thinking it was an actual like reproduction and Japanese take on Sherlock, and
Yeah,
the idea that they're going to do entire little mysteries in one episode that seem to be original is a good thing in my opinion. Like every time people do Sherlock, they want to do the same thing over and over again. It's the same fucking mysteries. It's fucking Hounds of Baskerville. It's whatever the fuck the villain's name is. I can't remember. He's not memorable in my opinion.
Moriarty.
Oh damn! I'm looking at the trailer for this right now. This looks great. Why didn't you guys recommend we watch this sooner?
We put it on the list.
I hate you. I fucking hate you so much.
This is like this season's Copcraft, and I like Copcraft.
It's fun. The characters are fun. The only thing I don't care for is that they did the thing where every anime does, but it has a gimmick. It spent 5 to 6 minutes in an anime that has 22 minutes doing nothing but explaining the gimmick.
What's the gimmick?
The gimmick is that to try and figure out, like, to explain how the crime went down, he does really bad Rakugo.
That's amazing.
It is, but so they made him do it, and then they were like, man, the people watching it obviously don't understand, so let's explain it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's why it's really bad.
Why did I hear
Rakugo.
about this sooner? This is amazing.
I put it on the list, you bimbo, you himbo, you fucking himbo.
But you also liked Accelerator, and so your opinion isn't worth that much to me.
I don't know what that is.
It's even better though because he does the Rakugo, and then later on in the episode, he'll continue to refer to the characters in his little Rakugo.
Yeah, he does that. It's fun. I like that.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Is that kind of like when some random anime character is like, "Oh, you're here for me, my Cheshire cat"? It's like
also
no,
the first episode ends on
boy.
like a really funny note, and I thought it was good.
When the first episode ends and I thought he was fucking dead.
So did I. I thought that guy was dead.
When that happened, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be maybe that guy's gonna have to pretend to be Sherlock." And he's like, "No, he's okay."
Oh, God, it was funny though, like because Production IG is a great studio and they know how to animate stuff, and I like the art style a lot. It reminds me of like Phoenix Wright a little bit.
Also,
and
it's
the
not
music
bad.
was good. I thought it was a fun little.
Music was pretty good.
Oh, dude, that number with the drag queen is like actually a good song.
Okay, go ahead, Sai. Go ahead.
I thought you were good.
Oh, I was just going to say, I realized there is another sports anime with Sora in the title this season.
Shut up!
Sports bad!
There was also
Sports
the best part of Kabukicho Sherlock is whenever there's those 3 cross-dressers, one of them's cute as shit.
You know what? This anime is seeming like right up my alley. Like, I need to watch it now.
Yeah, go. Right now. Do it on air.
It's almost like, we made a list of shows to talk about on the episode, and maybe you should have watched them.
Yeah, but none of you watched basketball anime.
I didn't put it on the list.
I put basketball anime on the list.
You didn't say
I
it.
clearly wrote "Short Boy Shoots Basketball, Mom Shoes."
Let me pull up the list I had. I almost called it a pissed. I am sorry.
The list I sent you is the finalized list. That list.
You finalized the list and took out my basketball anime because you don't like basketball.
Was it ever?
I made the list and then was like, "Hey, is there anything else we should add to it?" And nothing.
I said, "Boy play basketball, mom shoes, short kid." Like, how hard is that?
I don't know, man. You saying things is hard to remember.
All right, there's another anime that we need to talk about because it's slipping under the radar real quick. And I don't want to watch it because it's depressing, but it's really well animated and it's made by 8-Bit Studio. And it's called Hoshiai no Sora. It's about a kid who gets abused by his dad and plays soft tennis, which is like normal tennis, but dumb. The end.
Yeah.
I hope
since we're talking about stuff off the list, why don't I talk about the anime gun show that came out that I was going to talk about?
Oh, Girls X Rifle or Girl Love Rifle or Rifle X Girl.
It's a slice of life.
Rifle is beautiful, I believe.
With girls that are in a rifle club. It's just about how, and they're not real rifles, so don't get your fucking.
This episode's a mess.
No, they're not real rifles. They're in the airsoft club at their high school.
No, it's not airsoft either. It's laser.
Shit.
Oh. They're in the laser club at their high school.
And all the characters are themed after mecha characters. It's very obvious.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. The rival character is Char and dresses as in red shit.
Okay. Also, one last thing. There's a Fate Grand Order anime that came out.
Wow! Yay!
Apparently, it is an adaptation of a good arc in the gacha game.
Wow.
But I don't care.
Oh yeah, that's why Mash Kirillite is in it, because she was only in the gacha game.
I'm like,
Yeah.
And now let's put the period on this sentence before we kill ourselves.
And let's talk about Fursuit, the anime.
what?
No. Yeah, kinda. I will. Beer stars, let's go! I want to fuck that rabbit.
Keep calling it beer stars. It's not bear star. There's no bear. It's a beast.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an
stars,
animal.
fuck it.
It's like if you were to say like animal stars or like
I don't want to hear nothing from you, Mr. Hetero.
What?
a hetero. What? None of us
Hetero.
here
He's
are
making fun of my
hetero.
pronunciation.
You're all filthy
Anyway,
Yankees
I want to fuck
anyways.
that rabbit.
So Beastars is about a bunch of 17-year-olds who look like they're 30.
They do.
What?
Look, okay. At least look ghosty anyways.
They're animals. How can you tell?
It's the eyes,
Well,
the general expression.
Name a high schooler who wears suspenders and a tie.
It's a period piece. It's not set in modern times.
Or any time. When was the time
Wait,
where
wait,
animals
wait,
would
wait.
like?
Is this
just-
like when we went on that huge rant about visual storytelling?
Oh no, not this again. No.
There was not a we went on a huge rant. It was a you don't understand terms.
So is he actually a wolf or is this subjective?
Yes. No.
Yes, he's a
Is
wolf.
he a wolf?
When
It's an actual
when
animal
I say
world.
period piece, that means it takes place in a certain time period.
I don't
So this
think
isn't
that's
visual
the case.
storytelling. He's actually a wolf.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be metaphorical, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The visual story. Please just fucking kill me. So Beastars,
yeah.
the story of a Lugosi who wants to eat
A good boy.
the flesh of the horny rabbit.
Oh, she's horny.
Is she actually
Yes,
horny?
she's
She's
horny.
so
She's
horny.
fucking horny as shit.
She's so horny.
Man, I need to watch this anime.
Dude, she's horny, and he's like, nah, and puts a blanket on her. And she's
does.
like, well, what the fuck? I wanted to fuck
so
you.
you know this
Okay,
not my
but-
collar joke? That's their entire relationship. That's their entire
yeah.
relationship.
Okay.
God, I was feeling things when she was trying to undress him, man. I'm just saying that
was wacky.
That rabbit.
So this is okay. I got to make this pun that I made earlier before somebody makes a tweet about it and beats me to it. And I said this in one of our discords, but it's not a real diamond unless it's from Yiffany's Awolos.
I hate you.
Get it? It's not a real diamond because dog penises.
Hey, Moth. Sit in a corner. Just find a corner, get a stool, look into it, and just sit there for the rest of the podcast.
So this is about now question about this rabbit. All right.
Yes.
So between like Lola Bunny and Jessica Rabbit, where are we talking here?
On the horny scale?
Like on the
Lola
just
Bunny.
like I would be registered as a sex
It's
offender
okay.
if I
So
was on
it's
that kind
like
of scale. Okay, so she's Lola Bunny.
No, Lola Bunny at least like
yeah,
looked
but no.
human.
Lola Bunny is like what? I mean, she looks pretty human, other than her face.
Yeah,
pretty
that's what I'm
much.
trying to say here.
All right, let me type in Beastars
So
Rabbit. What's her name?
I
Mina.
absolutely adore her. Like she is a really good character on top of being horny.
Oh yeah. So far, all the characters seem pretty cool.
And she's only
I like how because I have like a safe filter on my Bing searches while we record, nothing is coming up when I type in her name.
I love how you use Bing, you fucking animal.
Yeah, wait.
You want to know why I use Bing? I will
'Cause
tell
you're
you the
a Bing
story of why I
man,
use
man.
Bing. 4 years ago, when I was still a pirate and I was pirating everything, if you wanted to get the most degenerate porn games online, you couldn't use Google. Because you try to find violated heroin on Google, you're not going to find it. But you type that shit into Bing, you're going to find 27
not
download
wrong.
sites. So you could
He's not
fight
wrong.
me.
I like that meme that's going on, like how to kill yourself on Google, and it's like, don't do that, no, and then thing just says shotgun to the face.
Yeah, like, it's... Okay, her name is Haru, by the way, you dumb piece of shit.
Whoa.
Telling me her name is Mina? No wonder some's not showing up. Wait. Hey, you want to have sex with this? You want to have penetrative sex with this?
That is not a picture from the anime.
The fuck did he post?
That's
It's not as charming as the literature.
I don't know about Mike, but
What
I want to
the
fuck that.
fuck? What the fuck? No, I don't want to. I don't want to fuck that creature.
They're all creatures, Mike. They're all creatures.
You know, when you do the video now, you have to put that picture from DeviantArt up.
Yeah, there she is. She's fucking cute.
Yeah.
All right, this is weird. That's actually like
that's what I'm trying to say.
Like
that's the entire show.
Do I have to call social services?
Guys, please call social services on these people.
I don't want to hear this.
Animals.
I don't want to hear this.
These are actual animals.
You want to watch that? You admitted to being that character from the wrestling isekai, you fucking zoophile.
Yeah, but I just want to like stick them in cages and sell them to rich people for money. I don't want to have sex with actual animals.
These animals talk and have conversations and have rockin' bods. I'm just saying.
They all look like...
I need to get my two co-hosts laid.
With the exception of the panda, they all look like they're made of sticks, Mike. They don't have rockin' bods. They're stick people. They're stick animals.
Dude, you need to see her with the clothes off, dude. I've seen it. I've seen it, bro.
So is it just magnet?
It looks really weird in the anime, though.
Are we really having this conversation?
What?
Man, okay, so that's something else. Lugosi and that fucking deer dude, everyone was like, man, there's a lot of sexual tension between these characters, and I didn't see it, and then I watched the second and third episodes, and I was man, that deer kind of want to fucks him.
And I hate it.
And that's something else. I love it. There's like a very subtle storytelling thing they do where Lugosi, our main character, this carnivore, he's very passive, but all of the like, including like the bunny chick and Lewis, who is the antler dude, both of them are herbivores, but they're predatory. Yeah. Like, she wants to fuck people and he wants to use people, and it's like, it's really interesting. I love this show. And not only that, but it's amazing. It's beautiful. The actual production of the show is off the fucking charts.
You guys are all going to prison.
They're going to prison.
There's a scene in the second episode where it could have just had a close up on his face and had him, like, because he was thinking.
Well, let me guess. It was a close up on his knot.
But no, it's a close up on his head. But what the actual scene is inside of his head, and it's visualizing his thoughts as the scene's playing. It's very, like, the production is very much there. And that could be straight from the manga, because I haven't read it. But it's really well done. It makes me super excited to watch more of this and to read the manga, actually. I just wish it would fucking end. I just want to say,
so with this, I have to agree. This is, with me having watched No Guns, or read No Guns Life, I can't put it at number one just because I've seen the story before. No, the reason I wouldn't call it a professional thing. It's more that, like, this is a story that to me is older than this season, and as such, I will not rate it with the rest of the season.
I understand that, I guess, but I don't know. I would try to, like, separate it from my past experiences, but that being said, I haven't read it, so I can't say that as easily.
I'm just so glad that we've ignored all the other shitty isekais that came out this season.
There were so many, we can't take them all.
Do you not remember the list I made? I made it specifically for having the best and the worst ones on. The next time you see me,
I would actually shoot you if you made me watch all that. But Beastars?
I mean, if you shoot me in a Waffle House, that'll just be par for the course at a
really
Waffle House.
but Beastars impressed me. I came to this thinking it's going to be a lot like Ajin visually. But they took advantage of art, like artistic styling in 2D and 3D. There is one specific scene where all the characters, except for one person who you know is going to start moving. Everyone else is standing stock still, but they animate just enough to where it's not completely still.
Yeah, if they don't do that too.
Did you ever watch Land of the Lustrous?
I don't think I ever will. I might read it.
We did. It's Steven Universe without musical numbers.
It's not
the same animation studio that made Beastars made that.
A lot.
You said it again.
But I don't understand why you keep saying Beastars. Like, if he's going to mispronounce it, say Bear Stars.
I don't know why. It's in my head. It's become
you type it too.
I know. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It just keeps happening.
It's visually a very good. Like, it's very well animated. It's one of the better things I've ever watched when it comes to 3D animation that isn't a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, Promare. It's just insane.
Promare is great.
I'm just talking pure visuals here. There
but
are
Promare is
Cartoon
great.
Network TV shows with way more funding that fight to be as good as this visually.
Yeah, but not everything's going to be as good as Promare.
I'm not talking about Promare, you stupid fucking bot. Stop sucking.
Promare, though.
Stop
Promare?
sucking Leo's dick and talk about what we're talking about now.
Are you kidding me?
He ain't
Leo's the
sucking
bottom.
Leo's
It's
dick.
Gallo's
He's sucking
dick.
Gallo.
Yeah.
Moth is I put him as the bottom of bottoms. He'd suck anyone's dick.
No,
Kidding
man.
me?
Moth,
Like, I'm a hard
Don't believe
switch,
it.
dude.
I don't
just
believe
do
it. I
whatever's
don't believe it.
entertaining.
no, Sai, you need to understand. Moth is a top for men and a bottom for girls.
I mean, yes, same.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to describe
Same,
it. I
but,
like it.
Still.
Yeah, same as well. I think that's all of us here.
So here at the We Hate Anime podcast,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we here at the We Hate Anime podcast like to get fucked as please just fuck us, please.
nope, I'm married. I don't have to deal with that situation that you guys
Far
have.
away from any poon that I can get. Anyways,
looks like it's you and me, Frog.
You know what? I mean, gotta help a brother out.
hey, bro, jobs ain't
Boy.
gay.
Yeah, dude. Gotta just wear some
It ain't
socks. It's
gay.
all good.
It ain't
It
gay
ain't
in a three-way,
socks.
so
It
let's
ain't
grab
gay unless
another
you kiss a
guy.
girl or balls touch chin.
True.
You heard me.
You guys have gotten much different than when I was in high school.
Anyway, thanks so much, everybody, for coming to the We Hate Anime podcast, the only podcast that's horny on Maine. And thanks for joining us. Sai, do you have anything you want to plug? Any Twitter or YouTube or lame shit like that?
Read Dorohedoro.
Good plug. You can follow me on @AniMaikeru. Frog, take it away, because I don't spell.
Yeah, it's ANIMAIKERU for Mike's Twitter. My Twitter is FrogKing FR0GK1NG, and I follow the Twitch on the same name, but I don't stream that much, but sometimes I play Terraria, and then it's goofy. And then
Moth has a Twitter as well, but he has never used it.
yeah, he's still ghosted on that one.
Yep. So it's Der Mothman. If I ever get around to it, I'll let you know.
Post it
Thank you so
right
much,
now
everyone,
as we
for-
post the podcast, and then someone will figure it out. Someone will see that when they listen to it.
There's like 0 tweets, and I'm just gonna start following Stamper TV and no one else, not even the same people. That do the
Stamper's
podcast
Twitter's
with.
depressing.
Stamper?
Let's not talk about this right
I
now.
love Stamper's Twitter. What are you talking about?
It's a little wild. He's not okay.
Stamper
Yeah.
has never been okay.
He's
But
much
don't
less
ask him
okay.
if he's okay, because if you ask him if he's okay, he'll fucking quote tweet you and be a like fuck
Stanford
you.
TV as in the guy who was part of Newgrounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
His Twitter account is terrifying now. It's just
Yeah, it's
an angry
scary.
white crack addict yelling racial slurs.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It's spooky. Anyway, it's not good. Yeah, anyway.
Thanks so much, everybody, for listening to this seasonal podcast. It was a goddamn train wreck.
It was a
It was
mess.
the best episode yet.
That was the longest episode yet, I think, as well.
All right, catch you guys
it.
later.
Y'all.
Bye now.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
And I will stop recording. Oh, you just beefed.
そんな優しく